And we are back with the brand new edition. What's up, everybody? My name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie. I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor. I already know that sounds good to you, so go ahead and click that follow button or subscribe button wherever you're watching from. If you're watching from YouTube, it would be the subscribe button. My hair's looking good today. Yeah, can we just address that? I just burned my mouth, by the way, on my coffee, but whatever, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. If you are interested in one-on-one coaching with me so that I can go ahead, it is a superpower of mine. I manifested my SP back from no contact to fully living with me in a matter of 4 weeks. I'm here to help you do the same. So if that sounds good to you and you want me to find out where you're going wrong so you can get your shit right, all links are in the bio, okay? I also will manifest for you. Some of you need to get out of your own goddamn way. So if I got to manifest your man for you, then that's exactly what I'm going to do, okay? So you can sign up for that. Also, we have a free WhatsApp community. Hey, Lisa. We also have a free WhatsApp community, so go ahead and get in on the action, okay? There's been a whole lot of movement, which we're going to talk about. If you guys would just, do what the fuck I tell you to do, you'd be getting movement too. There's that part. We'll state the obvious. Okay. Also, I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. And if you ever miss a live, don't worry, because I always put them on the tube of you. So you can go ahead and subscribe right on over there and listen to my replays. Hey, Min Jazz. And while you're there, play the replays that are long as fuck and go ahead and mute this volume. I don't really care. Help me get my watch hours up so that I can help more people, because I want to help as many people as possible understand where they're going wrong so that they can get their shit right. And understand that they caused the breakup. So if you cause the breakup, you can easily cause the makeup. Okay? So that's what we're here to help you do. If you have any questions, or you want me to answer any things that are SP related, whatever, anything manifestation wise, I've done it all. You can go ahead and drop a comment down below. I manifested my SP back. What else did I do? Oh, I lost over 100 pounds in 11 months, no diet, no exercise. I've had massive business success. I've manifested buttloads of money. So I'm good at, and health as well. So I'm good at it all. Y'all know that I literally let me answer this question real quick. Flashy, did you send me a pic of your SP? I need to update probably the form for that. Hey, Queen, unapologetically me. If you signed up for me to manifest for you, then I'm going to need a picture of your SP as well as their name. I need their name. Okay? So there's that part. Can't manifest somebody if I don't know their fucking name. You know what I mean? But as you guys know, I already hurt my toe. I hurt my toe 2 days ago, and literally, like, the phone came crashing down on my toe, and I was in so much pain yesterday. I had to limp around town, trying to go grocery shopping, limping on some limp status. And you know what? Hey, Bevy. Thank you, Aya. But you know what? Guess what? Guess what I'm feeling today? No pain at all, bitch. Yeah, no pain at all. You know why? Because I just told myself yesterday, like, I'm totally fine. Hey, Brahma, I'm totally fine. I don't have any pain in my toe. Yeah, I did not have to robotically affirm that. See, I think a lot of you guys think you guys got to robotically affirm for everything. You really don't. It depends on what it is that you're affirming for. Like, I wasn't going to sit there and robotically affirm that my toe doesn't hurt. I have better things to do. Right? So I literally just told myself that a couple times, and then, woke up today and went about my business, and it didn't dawn on me until like an hour after I was walking around that, like, I have no pain. I have a bruise still, but no pain. So I don't give a shit about a bruise. And I got my nails done. Winning on that front. No, not at the current second. I just kind of threw that out there because I'm good at it. And so I don't have a form, but I just need their picture and their name. So if you sign up, just shoot me a texty or a WhatsApp and give me their name and picture, and we're good to go. Okay? Now, here's the thing with manifesting your SP back, okay, is I can do that for you, right? However, it's up to you to keep them, okay? So one thing that you have to do is just know that I'm going to manifest them back, right? For you. You have to just know that. And then on top of that, once you know that, you have to persist in the perfect version of your boyfriend, okay? Because I can bring him back, but that ain't going to do shit if you're still going to look at them like an asshole, right? Or you're still going to look at them as not perfect boyfriend. Okay. If you notice in the success stories on WhatsApp, yes, Brahma, I'm tired of y'all fucking up and taking forever. And I'm impatient. I hate shells. So if I got to take the reins and do it for your ass, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay. I try to make it as easy as possible. But again, you have to sit there. Oh, Flash, you got it. Okay, but you have to sit there and you have to know that it's going to work, obviously. And then you have to persist in perfect boyfriend, okay? If you look in the success stories tab, you can see people that are getting massive movement, people that are getting progress with their SPs. They all have one thing in common, and they even say it in their post, right? Like they're just persisting in their perfect boyfriend. They're persisting in the version of their SP that they want for them. And so because of that, they're conforming quickly. And that's really all it takes. It's not difficult. I'll say it's not difficult for me because I've done it, right? But I understand that when you're just doing something new, that it can take, that there's resistance there. There's a resistance level there, right? Which is why I'm good at manifesting for other people, because I don't have any resistance to your SPs. But I will tell you though, I can see why you want your SP back. Because you guys be sending the pictures. I'm trying to figure out how to best get myself organized when it comes to that, so I know who I'm working with. So I'm going to probably put them in a Google Drive so I know. But I can see why you want your SP back, because they be hot. Yeah, I can see why. I mean, they have to be like somewhat good looking, right? I would assume so. So let's see what we got here. Well, Divine Valley, you're in my reality. So we'll start there. Okay. But second of all, no, they show up in your fucking reality. No, they're not gonna, I am not manifesting your SPs to show up in my reality like that. No, but everybody has their own reality. So I'm manifesting them for you and they come back to you, but you're in my reality. Okay. But now they're in yours too, right? They're in everyone's reality. If you look at it that way, like you're in everyone you know's reality too. So this is why people will get different versions of your SP, right? Where you find that they're a different way with you than they are with their friends, right? And so oftentimes a lot of you guys will feel like their friends are the priority. They say they don't have any time. They're always busy, but yet they make time for their friends because their friends have a very different assumption. Everyone has a different assumption of the same person. So they must conform to whatever the assumption is to them. So friends, the reason why friends seem to be the priority is because they don't doubt that, right? They're friends. So they have a good version of your SP, if you will, because they like your SP, right? Because they're friends. And they have good things to say about your SP because they're friends. And they also believe that they're a priority in their life because they're their friend. Okay, so this is why oftentimes you'll get frustrated at how they treat their friends versus how they are with you. And so you have to take a look at, well, do you treat your friends differently than you treat do you think about your friends differently than you think about your SP? Yeah, you do. Okay, so this is why we'll get two people will know the exact same person, but have two totally different experiences with the same person. Okay, so when you have that experience, so you have to, that's why I like using everyone as you pushed out to my advantage. Okay, because it's like, oh, if you understand the key principles and you're like, okay, so if everyone has to show up in my reality based on my assumptions of them, cool. So what do I want to assume about certain people? Right? Because they have to match that assumption. So this is where if you're dealing with gutter trash, we use it to our advantage and say, well, what do I want to assume about that bitch? Because she has to show up in my reality based on my assumption of that person, right? Same with what do I want to assume about my family members? What do I want to assume about, you know, my friends, my coworkers, my boss, right? What do we want to assume about these people? Because then if you know that they have to conform to that, then you're like, well, then I'm going to leverage this shit. So my boss, yeah, I'm now his favorite employee. Like, I'm literally his favorite employee. And so, you know, because now he will start treating you differently. Coworkers that you have a bad experience with, or they seem rude or an asshole. This is why you can try to, this is why if you believe somebody doesn't like you, like a coworker, okay? You can try to do all the things for them. You could try to be nice as pie to them, and you can go and buy them coffee. You can bring them gifts. You could do all that shit, and they still have what? An attitude. And you're like, I don't get it. I'm like the nicest person to her. Yeah, but you're describing her as an asshole. Thanks, convicted. Love you, bruh. But you're describing them differently. So if you're going to describe them differently, they have to show up that way. It doesn't matter how much you buy her shit or how much you do for her or how nice you are to her. That shit doesn't matter, right? Because your assumption of her is that she's an asshole. So she must continue to be one. It doesn't matter if you do anything because that's forcing the 3D. And as we know, it doesn't work. It doesn't change people's mind. Okay? Which is why I highly suggest if you're drinking that you put your fucking phone down. Because drunk texting somebody at like your SP, excuse me, is not a good idea, right? Because it's a quick way to have things divert back, especially if you're not on those terms. It's different if you're talking all the time, right? You know, like I could drunk text, which I don't, but I mean, if like, let's say my boyfriend was gone, I mean, I could drunk text him and he wouldn't be like, what the fuck, you know? But an SP that you're in no contact with, yeah, no, not a good idea. Not a good idea. Okay, because it's going to backfire, and it backfires every time. Okay, so that's not what we want. Okay, on top of that, be fucking careful what you're saying. Okay, be careful what you're saying. You know, here's the thing too. If you're in a relationship or a situation, whatever the fuck you want to call it, okay, if you are talking to somebody and you're seeing them often, first of all, you should assume relationship. We'll just start with the obvious, right? If you're acting like you're in a relationship without the title, so many of you guys are doing this where you're like, well, I'm waiting for them to commit. And so you're talking to them about committing in a relationship. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is assume you're in one because it's exactly what everything looks like, right? It's like, okay, we hang out all the freaking time. We're talking all the time. So that's a relationship to me. And so because of that, they will assume the same thing. They have to assume whatever you assume, they will assume, okay? So it's like, if I assume we're in a relationship, well, guess what he has to assume? The same, okay? And a lot of you guys forget that. You're waiting for them, and you're going to continue to wait, because if you're waiting for them to commit to you, do you know what that means? That means that in your mind, you don't think they want to commit to you because you're waiting for them to commit to you. So therefore, if you're questioning if they want to commit to you, they literally can't commit to you. That's fucking stupid. Why would you do that? Okay, on top of that, I understand that I always say, you know, don't. Okay, so a lot of you guys will take what I say like literal, and you'll be like, well, you said don't contact them. I was like, yeah, don't contact them unless you know that they would respond and how they would respond, right? If you know that they're a good person, right, or a great man to you, and you know if you texted them right now that they would reply, then there's no harm in that. As long as you control what they reply with, right? As long as you control how you see them when you send that message, they're gonna reply accordingly, right? But you can't send the message and be like, I wonder if he's going to reply, and I wonder if he's going to like fucking be rude, you know, and tell me to go kick rocks, you know. You can't do that because that's exactly the reply you're going to get. But if you know, if you texted him that he would reply and he's a nice guy, then why not? I'm not saying text him and confess your fucking undying love to him. That's just stupid, right? We don't want to do that because you're on the pedestal, but it doesn't mean that you can't reach out to the person, you know. Same with like, I'm waiting for them to come see me. How's that working out? right? And so I just dealt with somebody like this. She goes, I didn't see him this weekend, but it was okay because I was working. And I was like, okay, well, let's not justify that behavior, okay? But second of all, I said, okay, this is your boyfriend, for Christ's sakes. I was like, this is your man. I said, so if you asked to see him this weekend, do you know what he would say? She goes, yeah, I know he would tell me to come over. Then what the fuck? Then what the hell? Then fucking text his ass and be like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? You want to hang out? Especially if you know he would respond saying yes. Like, that's fucking stupid. We're not doing that, okay? I understand y'all want to be in control, and we are in control. And that's not forcing the 3D in a negative way, okay? Forcing the 3D negatively is where you reach out to them and you're talking about your wanting to get back together with them and how much I miss you and I love you and, I want to be with you and please take me back. That's forcing the 3D, okay? But not being like, hey, it's been a while. I just want to see how you're doing. That's not forcing the 3D. You have to realize that relationships are two-sided. There's two sides to a relationship, right? They go back and forth. I'm not going to sit there and wait for my boyfriend to text me every day. Like, why wouldn't I text my boyfriend? You know what I mean? That's fucking stupid. It goes both directions, okay? But you are, and that doesn't mean you're giving your power away. Not in any sense of that word. Because you're in control of the conversation. You're in control of his feelings towards you. You're in control of how he responds. You're in control of which version of him you want for you, right? So you're in control of all that. So none of that is giving up your power or giving up control. That's stupid. What the fuck are you talking about, Marcel? I can't get unblocked. What are you talking about? Hey, Josie. Hey, Sharp. What do you mean you can't get unblocked? Getting unblocked, honestly, is really easy. It's really easy to get unblocked. Okay, when you literally, all you have to do is move to the next step. Like, we're getting back together. Right now, right? We're getting back together right now, and tell them that. Like, all of you guys should be telling your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife every single day to their picture. We're getting back together right now. We're getting back together right now. You should all be telling them that. Okay, you can get unblocked. It's not that difficult. They only have to push one fucking button. If you believe they'll, and who gives a shit? Like, honestly, I could care less about being unblocked. I don't even know if I'm blocked by anybody because I really don't give a shit, right? Look at it this way. Would you rather be unblocked or would you rather them text you? I personally would rather them contact me. I don't give a shit about being blocked. What do I care for? Because that's the natural next step, right? So let's say you talk to them. Well, now they naturally unblock your ass. Like, that's like natural. You don't have to be like, so will you unblock me? Are you going to unblock me? You don't have to do any of that. You're in control. And if it's really bothering you, then just be like, you're unblocking me right now. You're unblocking me right now. You can literally affirm for anything. You can tell them, thanks, MKD girl. You can tell them fucking anything. Anything you want, you can tell them. You're in control. Okay? You can have them do anything that you want. You can affirm for anything that you want. Okay? Anything that you want. Like, I was talking to somebody today, and she can't find her expensive-ass watch. So she's like, she thinks she accidentally gave to Goodwill. And so I said, start telling yourself that you found your watch. Like, I found my watch. I totally found my watch. Like, if you guys can't find something, thanks, Kimberly girl. If you can't find something or you think you lost something, all you have to do is say the opposite. And then all of a sudden, it's going to appear somewhere. I had a friend of mine do this, where she couldn't find, I think it was a ring. Yeah, it was a ring. She couldn't find the ring. She checked all her pockets, and she couldn't find it. And it had, I think, a sentimental value to her. But she remembered. She's like, oh no, I can find my ring. I found my ring. I found my ring. And sure enough, her ring appeared in the same exact pocket that she knows she checked. Like, she's like, no, I know I checked that because I wore it. Like, and I know I checked the pocket. It was not there. And then all of a sudden, I think it was the same day or the next day, sure enough, there it was. There it was in the same pocket. It's literally all you got to do. And something will, somehow it'll reappear. Because if you think you lost something, now that thing is in a new timeline because you lost it, right? Can't find it. So if you tell yourself the opposite, well, guess what happens? You jump to the timeline where your ring is very much there. Okay? It's not like this fucking thing where you like morph to another timeline. You're literally hopping on timelines. You're jumping to a different timeline all the time. No, you're not quantum leaping. Don't worry, I bought into that shit. Where they were like, stand up. One lady is like, stand up. And now, take a step. You just quantum leaped. I was like, the fuck are you talking about? I did it. I would be I'm so fucking ridiculous. I'd be at the pool and I would watch that video and I'd stand up and I'd be like, you have to put your foot up and then I would do that shit. See how they get you? See how they catch you in the manifestation community? They have us all out here standing on our fucking heads thinking that that's how we're going to manifest around here. No, Divine Valley, you do not have to say his name. You can. Okay, so if you have to, sometimes I would say his name only when I was like, my SP is the easiest for me to manifest, right? So I would literally say his name. But the only time I'd recommend, but you can say he. I know no one ever explains that shit. And I was like, am I supposed to say specific person? He, the name? I don't know. And no one ever tells you. So it's like that. I should make a video on that. Not sure what you should be saying, but here's the only reason why I would recommend a name. Okay, so if you're affirming for your SP, but you seem to notice that another SP is conforming and doing the things that you're affirming for, because you'll know, because they'll start to do the things that you're affirming for. Okay, and so if you notice that someone else is conforming and not your SP, then say his name. Okay, but also if you notice someone else is conforming and it isn't your SP, then you need to look at how you're describing how you would describe the person that is conforming, and ask yourself, like, what is it that you know to be true about this guy? Okay, because you'll notice that your description of the one that's conforming is very different than the description of your SP now. Plus, also what you know about this person is also going to be very different than what you know about your SP now. Okay, which is why one is conforming, the other one is not. But if you would take that description and what you know about this person and pop that into the one that you want, then he will start to conform too. Okay, but you can't waver. You can't waver. I don't care if you've talked every day for the past 7 days and all of a sudden he doesn't talk to you tomorrow. I don't give a shit. You can't waver. You cannot waver. Perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend, because he will turn around. But what happens is you guys will get some messages and you'll be like, oh, this is great. Things are going great. But then you can't shut up here. Okay. You keep forcing the 3D and pushing and pushing and pushing relationship. And they slide back because you're forcing the 3D. You should never have to verbally communicate a goddamn thing to your SP when it comes to your relationships, okay? When it comes to your relationships, you should never have to force the 3D. You should never, oh, thanks, Maricel. And hey, Ellie, you should never have to do that, okay? You should never have to ask them a goddamn thing. You should never have to talk to them about shit. You're not their fucking therapist, okay? You're not their therapist, or you're not their mother. No one likes to date a mom or their therapist. Good, Chels? Now keep going, bitch. Keep going. See, Chels, because you can see how quickly it turns around, right? You don't screw shit up because you have a momentary lapse, unless you tell yourself that, okay? If you tell yourself, like, oh, shit, I fucked it up. Because you had a couple minutes where you got stuck in your feelings. Who gives a shit? Pick yourself up, flip those thoughts, and move fucking forward. You're not screwing shit up. You're not screwing anything up. Okay? In 24 hours, everything is back on track. Everything is normal. You're fucking fine. Okay? But you guys read too into this shit. Exactly, Doodles. It fixes itself faster when you don't waver. Okay, when you don't react. You guys should never have to talk to them about how come I don't see you very often? How how come I don't see you very often? Like, when are you gonna when are you gonna commit to me? Like, what about a relationship? I want to live with you. Like, when are we gonna live together? Where's this relationship going? Like, you should never have to talk about that to them at all, because you don't need to. It's unnecessary, because if you're affirming in your mind, you don't need to talk about shit. It automatically confirms in the 3D. Like I told you, I never had to talk about living with my boyfriend. I never had to talk about that. In fact, at the time that I was affirming for it, I didn't even see how that was a possibility. But it didn't matter. I didn't need to talk to him about it. For what? So same with you. You don't have to talk about that shit. I don't need to talk about so where's this going? When are we going to get married? For what? For what? I don't need to talk about that. I don't need to talk about our relationship. I don't need to talk about none of that shit. Because in here, it's a whole different story. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And then you'll notice that they will start talking about it. They'll start taking the lead. You don't have to do that. And then you're like, that's right. I'm a powerful bitch. I mean, at least that's what I say. Whenever that happens, I'm just like, that's right. I'm a powerful bitch. And that's all it takes. It ain't that difficult, but you all tend to overcomplicate the shit. Oh yeah, Bevy, I'm glad we're talking later, bitch. Or if you don't, identify as ego, because it all comes from the ego. James, you've dated a few moms. God, I missed you. Literally, I think 2 days, I was like, where the fuck? In my mind, and I just thought, which is funny, because this is how we manifest, guys. This is how we manifest. Is in my mind, I literally just thought about James. I think it was Sunday. It was Sunday, and I was like, where the fuck is that man been? Where's he been? And then my mind went to the dark side. And I was like, did he leave my ass? Because that's fucking rude. Did he leave me and is following somebody else that doesn't know what they're talking about? That's rude. But then, my very next life, James pops back up. See how easy it is to manifest, guys? See how easy it is to manifest? And that's partly what we're going to do today. Okay? So, I told you guys yesterday I was going to give you guys something to do, because I want you guys to prove to yourself how fucking powerful you are for something that you have zero resistance to. Okay? Because if you would drop the resistance, the shit comes quickly. The shit comes quickly. Okay? And the reason why you have resistance when it comes to your SP, hey kitty cat, is because you guys continuously are in your thoughts about it. You're continuously in your thoughts about trying to figure out the how, trying to make up stories to try and justify things in your mind because you think somehow it fucking helps your ass. You're not seeing them as perfect boyfriend or girlfriend because I think a large part of why you guys struggle with staying in the state of perfect boyfriend or girlfriend is because you're having a hard time seeing them differently. And or not understanding that you literally can create them to be whatever you want for you. And I think that's where that comes from. I'm pretty sure that's where it comes from. Because it's why would you be resistant to your boyfriend? Right? But the resistance level has to do with the fact that you're seeing them only as who they are today. Or you're seeing them as who they were the last time you talked to them. But you created that. You literally created that. Well, there's two things, actually. Because I thought about that today, because I was talking to somebody today. And here's also what happens is, so you meet your SP, right? And things are going great or whatever, but then family members or friends. Let's say you have friends that know this person, right? Or family members or his family. They start talking to you about him, and not in a good way. Like let's say you're dating somebody that your friends know. They'll be like, dude, that guy's a player. Like, literally, he's like such an asshole to women. Like, you know, and they'll start talking about him in a way that's not good for you, right? And they don't have any ill will. They're trying to help you out. But what happens is you've now heard all these stories about your SP, maybe from ex-girlfriends, who the fuck knows? But you're hearing stories from them, and now you're creating, now you're in your thoughts about it, right? Because these are people you respect. These are people that you know. And so you're now in your thoughts about that person based on what they said. And guess what you're doing? Selecting that version of SP, right? And then now again, because you're like, oh shit, because now he's starting to match what they're saying, what they told you about your SP, right? So now what happens? Now it's confirmed to you that they're right. You're like, oh my God, they're right. And now guess what happens? You start to get proven right about all kinds of things. And now you're changing your version of him, and now he seems to get worse. All because of things that you found on the internet. I mean, I've heard it all, guys. I've heard it all. Things that you read on the internet about this man. Like, you guys are fucking private investigators. Like, you know, the only thing you should be investigating is their credit score. You know, what do they say? There's that saying that goes on. Oh, significant other. They said significant other means sign if I can't. Where the fuck they come up with this shit? I mean, I think it's clever personally, and I'm just like, damn. Thanks, convicted. I'm like, damn, why am I not that clever when it comes to acronyms? Certain things. That's my boyfriend. He's signed if I can't. Just kidding. What to do if I feel mad at my SP because of what he did? I'm scared it will make what I manifest not come. Well, who? That is true. So why are you mad at your SP because of what he did? He didn't do a goddamn thing. He didn't. As much as it's real for you, right? As much as you're like, no, yeah, actually he did. This is what he did. He only did that based on your assumptions of him, based on your inner conversations, based on your thoughts. He had to push that out. He literally had to push that out. He didn't have a choice. So he technically didn't do shit to you. You technically did it to yourself. You didn't realize what you were doing, obviously, right? You didn't intend for that to happen, but it fucking happened. Because in here, in your thoughts leading up to whatever he did, it certainly implied exactly what he did. Just take a look back. Don't take my word for it. Just take a look back prior to what he did. And ask yourself how you saw him. What were you thinking about? And be honest with your fucking self, bitch. Be honest with yourself. Because that's the only way you can see that it wasn't him. Okay? And what did you say? Right? Because nobody just randomly wakes up one day and just, you know, just like hurts you and does all these things. No. There was some kind of discussion, right? Like typically you do not wake up one day and get a phone call and he's like, it's over, bitch. Sayonara, arrivederci. That's usually not what happens. Okay, usually there's a discussion. And it's probably not a mellow discussion. It was probably some kind of argument, something. And what did you do? Force a 3D, force a 3D, force a 3D. Asked. And then he confirmed. That's all he did. It's all anyone ever does. Like, no one cheats on you in a sense, right? Yeah, they did in your reality, but you created that bullshit. You literally gave them carte blanche to cheat on you. You literally encouraged them to do that. Because in here, you questioned every fucking thing he was doing. Where is he going? Is he telling me the truth? Is he being honest with me? I wonder if there's another bitch. Who's he talking to? because he didn't talk to you one fucking day. So because of that, because it's usually not a lot, it's like they don't talk to you one day, or they start to change, right? Because you're started to change your assumption of him. And so in here, you created that shit. So why, right? Why go down memory lane and blame them for shit? Like, you shouldn't do that. Minjaz, what's your, can you visit your SP on his birthday? What's your current relationship status with him? Like, what is your current relationship status with him? Are you on good terms? Like, I don't want you to be in no contact, or you're like I don't want you to be in no contact and then you fucking just show up on his birthday, because that shit ain't gonna fly. That shit is not gonna fly. Now, in fact, you're gonna embarrass yourself, okay? Because he's not gonna react in a way that you want him to react in any sense of that word, unless you're on good terms with your SP. Like, if you're on good terms with your SP and you talk and so forth, then yeah, you can visit your SP on his birthday, but I'd ask. Like, I wouldn't just pop up, you know? I would never, like, me and my boyfriend are in a whole ass relationship. I would never pop up. Just, oh, he's at his mom's place today. Let me just pop up. No, I would never do that, right? Like, I don't even care if he's playing pool down the street. I'm not going to just pop up. Because for me, it's like, because you have to look at everyone's like, everyone has their own assumptions, okay? So if he's out with his friends and he's playing pool and I just pop up, do you know how that conversation is going to go? First of all, he's now like, oh, right? Oh, hey, what are you doing here, right? And then the second I leave or go to the goddamn bathroom, his friends are gonna be like, did you invite her? He's gonna be like, no. What's she doing here then, right? So, like, you look like a stalker, right? You look crazy to everyone else that influences your boyfriend or your SP. So I definitely wouldn't suggest ever doing the pop-up game. I wouldn't suggest anybody does that anyway. Doesn't even matter if you're on a whole ass committed, like, I'm in a whole committed relationship with my boyfriend, and I would never just pop the fuck up. Like, so I would not recommend that. That's just me, though. That's just me. Everybody does things differently, but if you do, dude, send me a DM. I want to know how it went. How do you trust your SP? You got to trust them. Like, all of you have to start taking their word for things, right? You can't question fucking everything they do all the time. Because let's say there was gutter trash and you knew about it and you sent gutter trash packing back to the dumpster she crawled out of, right? Let's say that happened. Now moving forward, you can't question everything he's doing, everything he's saying, who he's talking to, where he's going. You can't do that, because if it ain't that gutter trash, guess what you're going to recreate? New gutter trash and new gutter trash and new gutter trash. And it's a cycle. It's a whole ass fucking cycle, because you aren't trusting them. So if you don't trust him, he's going to give you a reason not to trust his ass. Trust me. Okay. Because you're saying you're questioning everything. So you're going to get exactly that. And it's going to confirm, because you're always proving yourself right. And I think you guys forget that. You're always proving yourself right. So if you are going to, oh, by the way, on a whole side note, if you're messaging me on TikTok, I don't know why, but for some reason, when I go to open up your message, they disappear. Does anyone know why that's happening? Because I have no idea why. I literally go to open up somebody's message. This happened. I stopped opening up your DMs because I was like, maybe this is a glitch in their system. But if I open up your DMs, now it shows as read, even though I couldn't see shit. And so I'm not opening them up, hoping that TikTok is having a technical issue, because somebody had like 8 messages in my DMs. I opened them and they all disappeared. It was weird. So, sorry. Just wanted to let you know. Okay. But yeah, at some point you're going to start having to trust men. Okay. I know, and your past doesn't matter. Okay. Because you recreated it over and over and over again. Okay. Because it happened to you one time. Was that your fault? Maybe, maybe not. Because you didn't know what you were doing, right? So you questioned something that he did, and sure enough, you got proven right that you can't trust him, right? Because he betrayed you. But then the next relationship, you start questioning behavior again based on the past relationship, and then that proves that you can't, and then now he proves that you can't trust him. And then now you're creating this subconscious assumption that you can't trust men. All men are cheaters. All men are liars. You can't, and so because of that, you'll notice, Howard, you'll start to notice cycles and more cycles and more cycles. Do you know what I mean? We can't do that. Okay? So I can't tell you how to trust your SP. You just have to start taking them at their word. Okay? If you would start taking them at their word, then you wouldn't have a trust issue. So, and I'm not going to sit there and act like it's just a fucking flip that you switch. It's just a switch that you flip. Like, I don't teach unrealistic advice. Okay. So what you do is, like, let's say you have trust issues with your SP. Okay. And so he says, hey, I'm going to go out. I'm going out, with the guys, or I'm going to go somewhere real quick. The minute you find yourself doubting him, you don't have to doubt him and don't go in your mind. You just affirm. I don't give a shit if he goes out for 5 hours and you have to affirm for fucking 5 hours. That's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. Like, no, he's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. So therefore, your mind isn't questioning what he's doing. Okay, is that really where he's going? No, we can't do that. We cannot do that. Okay? He's trying to, I hate when they just all of a sudden just pop up. There we go. Yeah, you trust your SP because you trust yourself to choose him. I love that. That's a good asset. That's a good one. Let's see here. How do I change my beliefs about men now? Because these men piss me off. You have to start, Mari, you have to start telling a different story. Okay? And this is where I tell you guys, a large part of some of your assumptions, you have to take a look at how you view the opposite sex or the sex you're interested in. You have to take a look at how you view them. Because if you see them as big assholes, fuckboys, they just like to play, they're just players, right? They do nothing but lie. They don't like to commit. If you see all of them like that, then that is going to be a cycle that repeats in your life. Like I was just talking about, so you need to lump them together. So instead you would say the opposite. So you'd be like, okay, what is it and even if you have to, write it down. What is it you assume about men? Now flip that shit. All men tell the truth. Like, all men tell the truth. Like, I've always had the best luck with relationships. Like, I literally have only ever been with loyal, faithful partners. Okay? Because that will rewrite your history. Okay? That's how you're going to change your beliefs about men. Because what are they pissing you off for? They're just you. With a penis. They are. Right? All men in your life are just you with a penis. Take a look at it that way. And be like, well, they're only reflecting my assumptions onto me, so I may as well change my assumptions about them and affirm the opposite, affirm the opposite, affirm the opposite. Y'all be reading way too into this shit. Like, yeah, how do you trust somebody is like saying, I want to manifest my ex back to be completely unloyal to me. What the fuck? Who the hell wants that shit? Not me. Not me. So you may as well, at some point, you have to start trusting somebody, Because it doesn't make any sense why you wouldn't. Because unless that's more of what you want, that's what you're going to get. I want to see him commitment and him to move in. Okay, candy cakes. What do you mean he's texting you on the app? Are you referring to like, well, hello. Ooh. Are you referring to like a dating app? You don't have his phone number? Well, you want to see him. Okay, so if you're in good terms, then fucking be like, yo, what are you doing? Want to hang out? Like, why not? Why not? I'd ask my boyfriend that, like, hey, do you want to come over for dinner? Like, there's no harm in that, okay? There's no harm in that. And then, like, you want to see him, you want commitment. Bitch, what part of assume relationship didn't you understand, candy cakes? Is you need to assume relationship. If everything that you're doing with your boyfriend implies being in a relationship, right? Then just start assuming you're in one. Start, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have to be like, I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship. I didn't do that. Instead, I'm like, let me think back. Oh no, I just started affirming once everything happened. I just started affirming like he's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. But the minute you just assume and match behavior and say, okay, we're hanging out all the fucking time, we're texting all the time, like that's a relationship. And the minute you just start acting that way, he has to assume relationship too. And same with commitment. And if you want him to move in with you, then be like, you can tell yourself anything. He'll do anything to be with me. He wants to live with me. Okay, that's what I told myself. I'm not sure how I said it. I might have said something like, I'm the love of his life. He wants to live with me. I either said that or I said, he'll do anything to be with me. He wants to live with me right now. He wants to live with me right now. He wants to live with me right now. He literally wants to live with me right now. Whatever that has to happen for that to become true will happen. Even if you're like, well, how? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? You guys should not be worrying about the how. You should not be planning it out in your fucking mind about how we're going to live together. I'm going to move over there. Here's what's going to happen, right? Like, oh, I'm going to start looking for places over there so we can be closer together. And then we're going to live together. That's how we're going to live together. No, you don't. That's not your job. Plus, you're going to be real disappointed that you spent all that fucking time wondering about the how to have it not even happen that way in the first place. Most of the things that I've consciously manifested, I would have never guessed the how. I would have never guessed the how. I would have never guessed the how I would have fell into the SP space, if you will. I would have never guessed the how we are going to live together. I'd have never guessed the how of, business success. I would have never guessed how that was going to happen either. You know, all of this stuff. I would have never guessed any of that shit, but it didn't matter. Okay, none of that matters. You just have to affirm for what it is that you want, and whatever the fuck has to happen for that to become true literally happens. And it happens quickly if you drop trying to figure out the how. Okay? And a lot of things you don't have to necessarily robotically affirm, right? Did I robotically affirm for money and business success? Yeah, I did. But I'm weird like this. In my mind, SP was priority numero uno, which is why I got impatient, right? I was like, all right, we need to speed this shit up because I have other things that I want to work on and manifest. And so we got to speed this shit up because it was like 90% of my affirming was all for me and SP, right? So it was like, oh, we gotta move on. So let's wrap this shit up. Because I'm weird like that. I'm like, I should be affirming, and I would have conversations with myself like that. Like, I should be affirming for this other stuff too, but I really want this one first, though. I really want this one first. And then I got that one, and I was affirming maybe 10% for everything else. And so I got my SP one, right? Exactly how I want it. So I'm like, okay, perfect. So now I'll move on. But I still, like I tell you guys though, even though it's just how you want it, you still have to continue to persist. So I would continue to persist in SP. And then it would slide back a little bit. Then I'd have to persist again and then move forward and so forth. And so that's where I was like, okay, no, you need to get the wavering under control, right? Because who the fuck wants to do this shit for years? Like, no, not me, not me. I want it to go one direction. I don't want it to go like this, like a fucking bumper car. Like, no, right? So once because it would at first. I told you it happens, but it slides back. It can slide back like a goddamn bumper car, like a slingshot. And so I was like, no. I'm not going to do this anymore. So I'm just going to focus and move forward. And then I did. And now everything is great. But then for when it came to other things, I never had a lot of resistance to some other things that I was manifesting, which is why it came quickly, because I'd done it before, right? So it was like, it wasn't really that serious. And I knew I was good at certain things. So it was like, it wasn't that serious. So therefore it was like, boom, 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 boom. Really fast, like really fast. And that's what I want for all of you. But y'all got to get out of here. Or I mean, get all in here, actually. Get all in here. James, you're so fucking funny. Oh, man. Let's see here. James hurt himself just so his SP could fix him up. Well played. Just kidding. We're in no contact. I'm in this contact. You text me. Oh, okay. Got it, Candy Cakes. Okay. Well, obviously you're not in no contact, bitch. So speed it up. Okay. So Candy Cakes for you, it's like, let's manifest in steps, but multiple steps, right? So that it moves quickly, right? So, because we want these assumptions to, and same with all of you guys. Y'all should not just be affirming for a text message. That's fucking stupid, right? Because that's a long process. So instead, I like to get my assumptions started in advance, right? So it's like, he is so obsessed with me. He's always calling and texting me. He's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me. He wants to live with me right now, right? So now you got all of this shit working in overtime. So now you get the calling and texting, great, but you've been affirming for the other 4 steps at the same goddamn time, right? So it's like, once you get that, then it's like, okay, so now we're texting, cool. Okay, now he's going to come see me because I've already been affirming that we constantly spend time together. Okay, so now he comes to see you quicker. So it's like, okay, cool. I've also been affirming that he'll do anything to be with me. So now we can't question anything, right? So it was happening all in the background, right? Of doing anything to be with me. And then cool. Now we want to live together. He's going to live with me. Or he wants to live with me right now. Well, now I've been affirming for that shit. So it's like the things speed up quicker because you're not just affirming for one little chunk. And some of your guys' affirmations be too wordy, and then you guys got a shit ton of them. And I think you guys are forgetting that a lot of things you don't have to robotically affirm for. So here's how you're gonna know. If you take a look at your affirmations, right? Then you say, okay, my affirmations. What are any of my affirmations based on his behavior? Or not his behavior, but his based on him, who he is as a person and things he does for you. Okay, if that is yes, then those don't need to be affirmations. Okay, instead that goes into your description of him. Or you can take so I would have my main sets of affirmations, right? I'd be like, because of the gutter trash bag, no one compares me, I'm the love of his life, right? And then I'd have the ones I just told you guys. So then I would have a rampage, right? And I think rampage gets distorted in a sense where I don't need to be like, he fucking loves me. Like, what the fuck is that? Like you got Tourette's or some shit, you know? Like, I didn't do that. I would just talk. I'd be like, but I would talk with some backbone, you know? So then I would have a bunch of affirmations and I would just run through them, but I didn't robotically affirm them. I would just say them like twice a day. So I'd be like, it would be my main sense of, so it would go something like this. Like, he is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. He texts me good morning every single fucking day because that's how I talk. He's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me. He wants to live with me. He treats me like a queen. He loves to buy me flowers. He's constantly buying me gifts. He loves to take me on dates. Like, he literally will do anything to be with me. You know, I'd say he can't imagine his life without me in it. That's a good one, by the way. He can't imagine his life without me in it. He wants to spend the rest of his life with me. He wants to be with me forever. Right? So I chunked them all together. And then I only say those a couple times a fucking day. And so then he started texting me good morning, right? Every single day. You know, he would do certain things. He would do all the things that I was rampaging, if you want to call it that. I don't like the term rampaging, but I understand where you're coming from, right? Because that's what it is. But I wouldn't sit there and be like, he texts me good morning every single fucking day. He'll do anything to be with me. That's fucking stupid. Like, I don't even have the energy for that. I'm like, why am I going to get all like, act like I'm pissed off? You know, no. Instead, I would write it down. I'd have it on my notepad on my phone, and I would just run through it once, and then go back to my robotic affirming. And then like later on in the day, I'd read it again. And then I'd say those out loud. And then I would just go back to affirming. Like, for my 4 affirmations, y'all should not be having a whole shit ton of affirmations, right? It's kind of like your self-concept. I told you, why do you guys need to sit there? And this is the problem with the manifestation community, is they get you guys to think that you guys got a low-ass self-concept. No, you don't. You don't have a low self-concept unless you continuously tell yourself you got a shitty-ass self-concept. You don't have that problem. And so why am I going to sit there and affirm for self-concept 5,500 times a day when I could be affirming for me and SP? And if I wanted to work on self-concept, I literally would be like, no one compares to me. Self-concept done. For me, I'd be like, I'm the love of his life. No one compares to me. I'm the love of his life. And then I would say, what else would I say? Oh, whoever I want wants me even more. I'm the prize. Job done. Job done. Or I told you guys, now that I know what I know, you guys can literally be like, I have a perfect self-concept. I literally have a perfect self-concept. I have a perfect self-concept. Your subconscious mind knows what that is for you. It knows where you falter. So you can literally just tell yourself you have a perfect self-concept and boom, perfect self-concept. But what the fuck do you need 25 affirmations to affirm for self-concept for? That's fucking stupid. That's so stupid because unless you were bullied your entire life, right? You were constantly put down over and over and over again and belittled by your parents every waking hour of every day. That maybe I could understand why you have a lower self-concept. But most of you, that's not it. You're telling yourself that because the manifestation community, a couple people I know personally, like to lead you to believe you do. Which is why I shut that shit down in my WhatsApp community, because I started noticing a lot of people talking about how they got a shitty ass self-concept. And I was like, what in the fuck is going on? Why does everyone think they have a self-concept problem now? And so I was like, no. Absolutely not. So I shut that shit down. Because I'm not going to let you guys create assumptions that don't benefit you. So instead, you should be finding affirmations that imply that you have a great self-concept. Because do I need to remind you that every single one of you, your SPs all chose you? Multiple SPs, because I don't think you just dated one guy your entire life. So everyone's chosen you. Your friends make you a priority. Like, so what the fuck is the problem? What is the problem? The problem is you guys are you guys are feeling rejected by your SPs because that's how you see them, because you're not persisting in perfect boyfriend or perfect girlfriend. So you're feeling rejected by your SPs, and therefore you're like, I have a crappy self-concept. What the fuck are you talking about? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You do not. So stop telling yourself that shit. Stop telling yourself you need to work on self-concept too. Stop telling yourself you need to work on self-concept, because that implies that you have a low self-concept. And you're going to have to work in overtime to rewire that assumption. Why the hell would you do that when you can literally just be like, no, actually I have a great self-concept. Everybody loves me. Everybody loves me. Job done. Self-concept problem over. Look at yourself in the mirror every fucking day and toot your own goddamn horn. Like, I'm a badass bitch. Self-concept done. You see what I'm saying? Like, you guys don't need to go down this whole, like, let me pick at everything that I think is wrong with me and my self-concept, and then I'll affirm for all that shit. You literally should, every single one of you, including you, James, look at, but you can say dude. Y'all should every single day look in that mirror and be like, I'm a badass bitch. Every time you walk by that mirror, be like, I'm a badass bitch. I am a badass bitch. And you women, let's talk about this for a second, because this is annoying me. Okay? There's this thing called women empowerment. But women empowerment is complete bullshit. And I'm going to tell you why. Because women are the first people to tear other women down. Yeah? They're the first people to try and tear women down and try to nitpick at their features, at who they are, as if they fucking know you when they don't. So they try to hit below the belt, right? And all women can do is nitpick at how you look, because they're fucking shallow. If that's you, you need to stop doing that. You need to stop judging other people because you have an insecurity or you feel threatened by that bitch. Yeah, I won't tolerate in my community. Somebody tried to come for one of my admins when this whole shit hit the fan over the weekend. She had to take a day off because she had to take a couple days off because she was being attacked by women, tearing her down based on her appearance. Who the fuck does that as a woman? Have some self-respect. Have some dignity and understand that if you're tearing people down, then yes, you have a very low self-concept. I said it. So that will confirm if you have a low self-concept, because you wouldn't need to tear other women down to make yourself feel better, to make yourself look better. And I don't give a shit if you think you're hotter than them. I don't give a fuck. You can do what you need to learn how to do, and that's called shut the fuck up. That's what you need to learn how to do. Because everyone's beautiful. Every fucking body, every woman in this world is beautiful. So for you to sit there and be like, let me talk to you about your face, bitch, go fuck yourself. That's what I would have told her. But that's just me. And I would have told her that she better work in overtime on that self-concept. Because I don't give a fuck how pretty you are. I don't give a fuck how pretty you are. If you have to tear somebody down to make yourself feel better, you have a shitty self-concept. And I don't get it, because it's not, self-concept is not always about appearance. So, if that's you, I strongly suggest you work on your self-concept. Because remember, everyone is you pushed out. Okay? So, if you are talking, it's one big projection. So that obviously means that they're threatened by you. And if that's happening to you, that means that they are threatened by you. Because like I told my admin, I said, well, let me remind you of this. Who do people talk about? Who do people talk about and gossip about? Celebrities. Relevant news. So bullying would never exist, or people would never be bullied if people would teach them that and say, if they're talking about you, then that means that they obviously see something in you that they don't have. And they obviously are putting you on that same pedestal as Kim Kardashian, because people love to gossip about her. That's how I look at it. Oh, God, no. God, no. Nobody would dare come for me. Because I have a great self-concept. Nobody would dare come for me. Because this is where exactly, haters are still fans. They're raving fans, actually. If they're going to spend their energy talking to me, talking about me, I'm like, thanks, bitch. Glad to see I'm so important in your life. Because I certainly don't talk about you. So that's where, that's where I tell you have to flip it around. But no, hey, NYC, bitch. So I just wanted to throw that little self-concept thing out there because I think it's bullshit and I think women should be uplifting each other. But no one would come for me, because if anyone came for me, that's where Petty Jen comes out. And I'll play on your insecurity all fucking day. All day. Because I'm on the pedestal in my reality. And no one would ever dare try to take me off of my pedestal. I don't fucking think so. I don't think so. So, there we are. I call everybody a bitch. It's my term of endearment, hun. Yeah, it's literally my term of endearment. Maybe it's where I'm from. I don't know. I call everybody a bitch. So, but it's like more like a I love you type of thing. So, just who I am. And my people know that about me. So whenever I say that to them, then they're like, they don't take offense by that in any sense of that word. What if that happened? What if I were? Yeah, I know. No one is above you in your own damn house. Period. I don't care who they are. I don't care who they are. So I have no filter. But if I know anything that you're insecure about and you try to come for me, I'll play on that all day. And that's just petty me. So, I don't mean anything by it, but you came for me first. So I don't go around and bully people. I don't need to do that. For what? I actually fully believe in helping people. I fully believe in, I know, James, exactly what's a filter. I don't even use filters for coffee. That's what we have Keurigs for. Although I'm looking into getting a juicer. Although the thought of cleaning a juicer makes me not want to get one. Because I was like, I don't have to clean a juicer if I just go to Jamba Juice, right? Get a juicer. I'm just bored. So sometimes I want to get a juicer, but I'm not going to kid myself. I have those stand mixers, right? Like those big mixers things. A nice one too. I have never used it. I still use the fucking ghetto one, right? Like the hand mixer. I still use that shit. Even though I've got the whole thing. Because I'm like, you got to clean all that shit out. Who wants to clean all that? Like, I barely even like cleaning a rice cooker, let alone the whole fucking thing. And so I don't use it. I have an Instapot. I ain't never used that shit either. And in some countries that is highly offensive. But I don't. What do you recommend on parents changes or those kinds of things? So, Keen, what do you want to change for your parents? Because you have two choices. You can literally, because your subconscious mind will make the connection. So you can literally start identifying yourself as certain, so let's say you think Taylor Swift is perfect, right? Let's think you think she's perfect. She's got it all, right? You can literally be like, I look just like Taylor Swift. I literally look just like Taylor Swift. Me personally, I look just like Kim Kardashian. Because, there's no shame in my game that everything I eat goes straight to my ass. That's what I'm working on right now. Bigger ass, bigger titties. So you could literally be like, I look just like this person, right? You said something. Yeah, exactly. Like I look just like a supermodel. I literally look just like a supermodel. Right? And therefore, your stomach will start to batch that of a sleeper bottle because your body only answers to one entity, and that is your mind. So this is the problem when people lose weight. And this is the problem when people lose weight as well as people who are overweight, is that every time you go in front of the mirror, you're like, damn, I got a big old stomach, right? And you start attacking your body. Same with when you lose weight, and therefore it keeps it right there because it's all it knows. You got a big ass stomach. So you know what? This is why people can weigh the exact same but look totally different, right? One person there's one, I follow her, Low Carb Love on YouTube. Oh, I follow her on Instagram and YouTube. She weighs 180 pounds. That bitch looks like she weighs 120, right? But she doesn't. And so, but then again, she did get a tummy tuck. Maybe that's why. But that unfortunately is the problem, is when you lose a lot of weight, this is exactly why people start to now be like, damn, I got loose skin. Well, as long as you keep acknowledging loose skin, do you think that shit is going anywhere? Nope. It doesn't matter how many creams you use, how many times you go do the UV lights. It doesn't matter because you're telling yourself that you have like what they call it, a fupa. If you don't know what that is, then go look it up. I don't know if it's, I was going to say, I don't know if it's appropriate to say on TikTok, but like I've talked about way more inappropriate things, but that's okay. Okay, hair texture. Okay, so if you want to hair texture, then it's be like, you can do a couple things. You can placebo yourself, and you can tell yourself that, like, let's say you drink a lot of water, or there's something that you drink a lot of, or something that you do. And you could be like, every time I drink water, my hair gets, depends, I don't know what hair texture is, but like, I'll give you an example. Every time I drink water, my hair gets smoother. Like every time I drink water, my hair gets softer, or my hair gets fuller, or gets longer, or thicker, right? You can do that, or you can just tell yourself that. Like, I don't care what you're looking at in the mirror. Like, I don't care if you have curly hair and you want straight hair, okay? So you just look in the mirror and be like, damn, my hair is getting so straight. My hair gets straighter every single day. Like, literally, my hair gets straighter. You will start to notice your curls start to dissipate, and your hair now gets straighter, right? I do this for my daughter because she wants longer hair. She has really curly hair. And so she doesn't realize that if you were to take like the curl and be like, the shit is longer, right? And so she's always wanted longer hair. So I started telling myself that, like every time I see her, I'm just like, damn, her hair is getting so long. Her hair is getting so long. And her hair has started to grow significantly, actually. She credits the hair products. But whatever. You could see, so you know, get what I'm saying? You can be like, every time I wash my hair, my hair gets silkier. You know, whatever hair texture you're looking for. Okay, that's what I would do. You're Don Juan, baby. You missed all kinds of shit. Sorry. Yeah, it's called a BBL. That's what I tell. Yep. I do both because I'm impatient. So I literally will be like, every day, I'll be like, everything I eat goes straight to my ass. Then I'll be like, damn. And then I'll look in the mirror. I'll be like, damn, I look just like I got a BBL. That's what I'll tell myself. The biggest compliment I ever got, guys, a long time ago, is when now, let's forget the Britney Spears we know today, okay? Although, if you want some entertainment on Instagram, Britney Spears is the bitch to follow. Let me just tell you that much, okay? I freaking love her. She's completely lost her mind, but I love her. But then again, she's been through a lot in her life, and it must be very lonely being her, And so I was always like, man, I would want to be friends with her because I think I can help her. Like, I would want to reach out to her. I should actually, because clearly she runs her own Instagram. But when Britney Spears was, like, hit me, baby, one more time, that Britney Spears, I was working at, this is totally off topic. I was working at Wild Rivers Water Park. It was my first job. And I was the stand leader there 15, 16, 16, telling 16-year-old bitches what to do. And so some lady walks up to me, she goes, "Oh my God, I thought you were Britney Spears." I was like, "Yes, I'm Britney Spears working at a fucking funnel cake stand." But I'm like, but I'll take the compliment. I thought that was hilarious. Oh, that's because James Button is so sweet. Everybody loves James here. Everybody loves James here. Yeah, you can. You can literally change anything about you. If you've always wanted, blue eyes, you could just be like, "I have the most amazing blue eyes. I literally have the most amazing blue eyes." And all of a sudden your eyes will change colors. It has no idea what's true for you and what's not true for you. Okay? Your body must only respond to what you tell yourself. So if you tell yourself something enough, your body responds to that. It doesn't know any difference. Okay? So therefore I'm like, you don't ever have to get any plastic surgery at all. For what? For what? The only thing it knows is what you believe and what you tell yourself over and over again. So like if you want to anti-age yourself, you can anti-age yourself 1,000,000%. And if you want, that's what I was just going to say, Doodles. That's funny because I was like, and if you want, like if you're, let's say you use like a face cream, you could be like, every time I use this face moisturizer, I look younger. Like, damn. I look younger, right? Because that's the only reason those products work. It isn't the product itself. You could read all the ingredients you want. That shit is stupid because you don't even know what any of those things mean. You don't know what any of that shit means. Other than if it doesn't say sugar or salt or paprika, I don't know what any of that crap is. I was like, I don't know. I'm going to research that crap for, right? And so the only reason any of that stuff works is because you believe it will. That's why it works. Because again, if it worked, if it was the product itself, then everybody who bought that product would get the exact same results, right? They would all have no wrinkles. But there's a difference. So you can literally just convince yourself that this works, right? Like let's say you want really white teeth. All you have to do is tell yourself, instead of explaining why you don't have white teeth, all you have to do is convince yourself that your toothpaste is going to make your teeth white as fuck, baby. Yeah. That's all you have to do. And therefore, when you brush your teeth, you'll start to notice they got whiter. No teeth whitener needed. Look at this. We're here to manifest our ASPs back, but also to save a shit ton of money. James, you kill me. Man, your SP got to come back lightning speed, lightning speed. Sarah Elizabeth, yes, you can. I'd be like, absolutely. Hey, you never know what can happen, right? It doesn't even matter because you can manifest some wings and all of a sudden this happened to me before, right? All of a sudden a DoorDash delivery driver happens to accidentally drop off the wrong food substance to you, right? Or somebody else's order and it's yours. They used to do that shit to me all the time. They used to drop off the wrong order they used to drop off my order to somebody else. And that motherfucker would always take it too. Until one day I paid the DoorDash driver $5 extra to go get my shit. And so I had 2 orders. Oh man. All right. Let's get back on topic here. Okay. SP related. Okay. But that's where I need you guys to stop overcomplicating things, okay? We have to be careful what we're assuming, okay? We don't want to assume that you have to affirm your life away. Like, what? We were looking at something today and somebody was like, I affirmed for 4 hours. You have nothing else to do. That's a long ass time to affirm. Why would you want to create that assumption that you have to affirm your life away or your shit ain't coming? That is a long time. I was like, I got other things to do. Besides, my mind will be exhausted. So instead, it's like, you don't have to do that. Instead, it'd be like, I'm just going to flip my thoughts. I just know. Okay. So like I was talking to somebody today and she was like, she told me that she thought I would she goes, don't think I'm weird. And I was like, I highly doubt I'm going to think you're weird. Like, she said something like that. And so she's like, but she goes, it's kind of like a future predictor, if you will. She goes, where I'd say something like, I just know this is going to happen. Like, I just know this is going to happen. And she goes, and then it would happen. I was like, that's fucking manifestation. Why would I think that's weird? She knew what I was talking about. I was like, that is manifestation. That's all it is if you just know something, it comes. If you just think about something, it comes. It's not this like long drawn out thing, but you guys end up suffocating your manifestations when it comes to your SP. You're reading too into it. You're like, oh my God, I got to throw my life away for this. I got to do all this shit. I got to do this shit. I got to do this shit. Oh my God, I wavered. I fucked it up. You can't do that. Instead, intuition is all manifestation, right? It's, have you ever had that feeling? Like I did. Have you ever had this feeling where like, you go the same route to work every day, but somehow you just had a feeling to go a different way, right? And you go a different way, and then you found out that like there was a major accident in the route you usually take. That happened to me. And so that's all it is sometimes that's why we always say like listen to that gut feeling, because your gut is your subconscious mind. How the fuck else is your subconscious mind trying to talk to you, right? You have to remember that is how does your subconscious mind talk to you? Literally. You think you're just going to sit there and you're going to sit at your computer and words are just going to start typing on the screen because that's your subconscious mind trying to talk to you? No, it's not. It gives you a feeling, or you'll get either like a feeling or you'll get like an idea, like a thought will just pop in your head, and that's your subconscious mind trying to talk to you because it knows the how. Angel, I'm going to assume you're new here. Yes, you can. I lost 100 pounds in 11 months, no diet, no exercise. Okay? So it's not that difficult. It's actually very easy to lose weight without dieting, because who the hell wants to diet? That's not fun. That's no fun at all. So I don't want to do that at all. So therefore I don't do it. So instead, what you need to do is, it's actually very simple. To lose weight, you need to, you need to understand that your body only answers to your mind. Okay. So whatever you tell yourself here is all your body knows. It has no idea if it's weird. Is it weird that I always have food? Okay. It has no idea if this mac and cheese is good for you or not. It only knows what you think about mac and cheese. Okay, so it's like if you think that this shit is fattening for you, like pasta is fattening for me, and because all of the nutritional experts like to tell you that. Hey, Simone, okay, or Simon. I'm gonna go with Simon. If you believe that pasta is fattening for you because all the experts told you that you got to ditch pasta when you diet, right? Or you got to get a pasta substitute like the shirataki noodles or hearts of palm. Or spaghetti squash. I like spaghetti squash. But hearts of palm is nasty. And shirataki noodles are good if you're going to eat them in chicken noodle soup. That's about it. But they're not a pasta substitute. Not in any sense. At least not to me. So if you believe that pasta is unhealthy for you, then your body must respond accordingly. Okay? Versus if something you love. Absolutely. You think Jared from Subway lost all that shit ton of weight eating 2-foot-long sandwiches a day? Because he told himself the opposite, that he could eat bread. He could lose weight when he eats bread. I did. Hey, Slim. Hey, Slim Thug. But it's things like that is you can literally, like, I started telling myself every time I eat pasta, I lose weight. Like you don't even need to robotically affirm that shit. You don't. Because I didn't even know what robotic affirming was back then. So I certainly didn't robotically affirm. I just would tell myself that. And literally, because I love pasta and I love tacos. So I ate them often. So I would just literally like, oh, love you too. I would literally just be like, every time I eat pasta, I lose weight. And then I would call the amount of weight. I'd be like, I'll go to bed. I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to wake up half a pound lighter. And sure enough, I'd wake up half a pound lighter. And now, do you care to guess? I don't even tell myself that anymore, but do you care to guess what happens every time I eat pasta? I wake up half a pound lighter. Same with tacos. Doesn't even matter. I wasn't like every time I eat tacos, but I could only have 4, I lose weight. Nope. I was like, every time I eat tacos, I lose weight. Because I fucking love tacos. I could eat tacos every day. and I'll eat 8 tacos. Judge me not. I'll eat 8 tacos and I'll wake up half a pound lighter because I just know that. You literally control the scale. So when you go to bed, you're like, oh God, I'm so full. Oh God, I'm so full. Have you ever noticed you feel awful, right? And then, but if you would go to bed every night and be like, I'm going to wake up 1 pound lighter. Yep, I'm going to wake up 1 pound lighter. Watch how quickly that happens. You'll wake up the next day, jump on the scale, 1 pound lighter. Didn't matter what you ate that day. Didn't matter. You can convince yourself of anything. You can tell yourself that everything I eat is a carrot if you think that carrots are good for you, right? You could literally be like, everything I eat is a carrot. So while you're stuffing your face with a fucking juicy hamburger, your body believes that is a carrot because that is what you told yourself. And that's how your body will respond, okay? It only responds to what you tell yourself, what you think is true. So if you love sweets, you can be like, every time I eat sweets, I lose weight. Or you could just do what I like to do and let's just cut the shit and be like, I can eat whatever I want and I lose weight. I can eat whatever I want and I lose weight. I lose weight every day. I literally lose weight every day, or I lose 2 pounds a day. You can tell yourself that and your body will respond accordingly. It has no idea if anything you're eating is good for you or not. It only knows what you think about the food substance itself. That's all it knows. Try it for yourself. Try it for yourself. Because I'm good at it. That's how I got my whole start in manifestation, is with weight loss. Exactly, Doodles. Exactly. So this is why skinny people can literally eat whatever the fuck they want and not lose weight. Literally. Exactly. This is why, have you ever seen thin people that literally just eat, and they seem to eat a lot, right? And they can eat whatever they want. And you'll ask them, like, a lot of times we even ask them, like, how can you eat all that shit and be so skinny? You know, the one thing they'll tell you, I have high metabolism. I can't gain any weight. I just have high metabolism. Because of that, it's true. Therefore, their body's like, okay, well, we don't gain weight because we have high metabolism. Got it. And that's all it knows. So therefore, it's doing that. Or I like what Doodle said, like, I can't gain weight because of my genetics, right? Like I'm just naturally genetically blessed. You should have so much fun with manifestation because literally it's like you can literally do whatever the hell you want. So Chels, obviously I can't affirm for weight loss anymore, right? Because I'll wither away and be like 50 pounds. So instead I would say I could eat whatever I want and I don't gain weight. That's what I say now. Like I don't gain weight. Therefore I don't. I'll gain 1 pound. Now let's not lie to ourselves. Like I'll gain 1 pound. I'll wake up like tomorrow and I'll maybe have gained 2 pounds. But then the next day, like I'll literally eat worse the next day and wake up 2 pounds lighter. So I refuse to not believe anything that doesn't benefit me. And I always encourage you guys to not do anything that doesn't fucking benefit you either. Because what kind of life is that? Not a life I want to live. What I need to worry about? What do I look like eating like a pigeon all fucking day long? You know, they even have those plates too, because they like to do that. The plates where they'll be like, this amount of food should be this, and then you should just have a couple bites of rice and a couple things of this. For fucking what? For what? No. And I'm not going to substitute all my shit all day long. Do I do some of that now naturally? Yeah, some of that I do naturally. You know, where I will, I'll substitute like, why use milk when I can use half and half? You know. But that's just me. You don't have to do that. Yes, you can, Mandy. The world is your playground. Okay, yes, you can absolutely manifest your landlord ending your tenancy. So you can literally be like, yeah, my landlord totally just ended my lease agreement or whatever you call it, where you're at. You know, yeah, I totally just ended, my landlord just ended my lease agreement. You could be like, or you could literally say, I'm actually moving out into a better place you can say whatever you want, because if you want to move out into a better place, you can literally be like, I totally just got my dream apartment. I just got my dream home. Whatever it is that you want, because if that means the landlord has to end your tenancy, then that's exactly what's going to happen. Hey, Jenny from the block. Depends on what you want to chat about. My DMs are open, so sure, slide in there. But as long as it's manifestation related, we can chat. But if it's not manifestation related, probably not. Okay? I'm from California. So anyway, so let's talk back SP related, right? You guys can literally like manifest whatever you want, like whatever you want. The world is literally your playground to get everything that you desire and more. So it's like, even though, yeah, you want to manifest an SP, but why can't we manifest, looking hot as fuck at the same time, right? I want to look good for my man, you know what I'm saying? So we got to keep this right and tight around here, so why can't we manifest that? Why can't we manifest a different appearance if we want anything to be different about us? Why can't we manifest that? Why can't we manifest perfect health? Why can't we manifest more money? Why can't we manifest an upgrade to our living situation? Why can't we manifest, reverse aging your dog? Why can't we manifest? You can manifest anything that you want. It doesn't matter. You can manifest anything. CC, we got another CC in the house. It depends. I would have to know what you're talking about. Hey, sugar. How to manifest jawbones to grow back. So you would have to say something like, I thought you only had one jawbone. I mean, I could totally be wrong, but you could say something like, I have the perfect, I don't know. I don't know how many jawbones you have. I thought it was one. Is it one jawbone? Ain't it called jawbone? It's not jawbones, right? Okay, so if you don't have a jawbone, just be like, you could say, you just acknowledge you do have one. So you would say something like, I have the perfect jawbone. I literally have the perfect jawbone. Okay, your body has to answer to what you're telling yourself. So if you have the perfect jawbone, then that's implying you don't have, or you don't not have a jawbone. Okay, so it can grow back, just like teeth grow back, right? For children, after you lose your baby teeth, what happens? You grow adult teeth. Do you care to know why, if you lose a tooth, it doesn't grow back after an adult? Care to know why that is? Because that's what they tell you when you're young, is that you have your baby teeth. When you lose your baby teeth, you get adult teeth. And when you lose adult teeth, it's a wrap. They don't grow back. That's what you're told and led to believe when you were young. Therefore, your teeth stop growing back, because that's what we're led to believe in society. But what would happen if you're missing a tooth? I'm trying to help you all out here. If you're missing a tooth, what would happen if you were like, I have all my teeth. I literally have the perfect teeth. I have the perfect teeth. I have the perfect smile. I literally have the perfect smile. I have all my teeth. Do you know what's going to happen? Your tooth is going to start growing back. Because society has led you to believe that there's no facts in this world other than what you assume to be true. Okay. So this is why you stop growing when you hit puberty. This is why all of this happens, because that's what they told you. So therefore, that's what you believe. You never questioned it, right? You never questioned it. But you don't need to get braces. You could literally start telling yourself that you literally have perfect teeth. I literally look like I have the perfect smile. I literally have the perfect smile. And you will. And you will. The leverage to achieve anything quickly is about confidence, but not having self-confidence, but in having the confidence in knowing your innate ability, knowing your power, knowing that you can do and have anything you want and be anyone you want, right? When you have the confidence that you're a master manifester and you can literally control anything and change anything, that's That's what speeds it up. It's the knowing. Okay, it's the knowing. It's not the doubting. It's just, I know. Because if you take a look back at anything that you have in your life, a lot of things you'll say, because I'll hear it in your language, you'll say, I know this. Oh no, I know this. I know he loves me. I know this. I know that. And so therefore they reflect that as they're breaking up with your ass. Because that's why I keep telling you guys, knowing someone loves you is not the same as knowing they want to be with you. So they will confirm that. They'll be like, I love you and I don't want to be with you. The fuck? What? No. Yeah, CC, you can literally manifest business success. You can manifest winning the lottery. You can embody the lucky girl syndrome. I'm the luckiest bitch in the world. I am so lucky. I win everything. I literally win everything. I only pick the winning lottery numbers. I win the Mega Millions all the time. I literally only pick the winning lottery numbers, right? They did a study on this and they found out that all lottery, there's actually 2 guys that did this and won a shit ton of lotteries. But they also did a study on people who won the lottery, the big ones. No one cares about people that won $500. And they asked them what they did and or how long it took. And they said it took anywhere from 6 to 9 months. And that's only because they didn't robotically affirm, okay? They were just like, I mean, think about, why do you play the lottery? Because you want to win, right? Duh. Because people I thought I was doing big shit picking 3 lottery tickets until I stood there one day and had to wait for somebody. And I was like, damn, people spend $180 on the lottery? I was like, how often do you play? But they said it took 6 to 9 months. And that's because eventually they stepped into the assumption that they're going to win the lottery. Like, oh, I'm going to win the lottery. And they would tell themselves that, right? But they would only tell themselves that probably when they went and bought the lottery ticket, or were listening to the winning numbers, right? But if you actually would robotically affirm that shit, I would imagine you'd win a lot quicker. But you have to play the lottery. That's right. You only have the present moment. You can't manifest into the future. There's no fucking future. Okay, there's no future. There's only the moment of now. Everything is the moment of now. 1 minute from now, it's now. Okay? That's why if you're wording any affirmations in future tense, this shit doesn't work that way. Okay? To manifest a relationship from a situationship. Okay, Ellie, I deal with a lot of clients when it comes to this. Is that literally everything? Ask yourself now, does everything that I do, or maybe it's L. I'm going with Ellie. Okay, let's take your situation. First of all, I understand for context, you said situationship. Stop referring to yourself as friends with benefits, okay? So ask yourself, in this situationship where you guys hang out, think about your situationship as it is right now. Would that be things, are you doing and behaving and acting as a relationship? Is it basically a relationship without the title? If you just said yes, then what you need to do is just start assuming you're in a relationship. Okay, if you view your relationship as friends with benefits or a situationship, it literally can't change. If you view him as not wanting to commit to you, and you're questioning, where's this relationship going? Like, when is he going to want to be in a relationship? Like you're questioning that, he's going to reflect that. He's going to reflect that back to you. Like, I'm just not ready. Like, oh, I don't want a relationship right now. He's going to say that stupid shit. Okay. So instead, if you would not question, shh. So you don't verbalize shit to him, because you should never have to verbalize anything to him. And you would just now start labeling your situation as a relationship. In your mind, we're in a relationship. He has to assume the same. He doesn't have a choice, right? This is where we leverage everyone as you pushed out. If he has to show up based on your assumptions of him, then what do you want to assume? You're in a situation or a relation? So the second you assume you're in a relationship, he must assume the same. That's how it works. That's literally how it works. Okay, so then he will start to, before you know it, he's introducing you to his friends, he's calling you his girl, all that stuff, as if there's no situationship. Okay, but you can't see your relationship with him as a fucking second option. Like, what? No, situationship, get the fuck out of here. No, we're in a relationship. In here. in here. Don't do it here. Okay? That's why tips I'm telling you is you guys should never have to question them at all about anything other than how was your day today and what are you having for dinner? That's the only thing you should ever be asking them, because any question that you're going to ask them, you're not going to get the answer you're looking for, because if you knew the answer or assumed an answer, you wouldn't have to ask the question to them. Okay? Plus, verbalizing shit doesn't help you. So I'll give you an example. I had verbalizing things doesn't help you because remember, you're not the only one that has assumptions, okay? So does your SP. Your SPs all have assumptions as well. So the problem that people have is that, like I ran into this problem yesterday with a client that I was on the phone with, and I said, okay, here's part of your problem. She's like, I told him I wanted him to communicate with me more. Like I wanted him to have better communication, to communicate with me more, because they were long distance. And she goes, so he started telling me, she goes, so after I told him that, he started like telling me how he felt, and he started, you know, really opening up on the communication. But that wasn't the communication she was looking for. Okay? And so she was looking for a different type of communication. And I told her, I said, well, that's the problem. You said you wanted better communication. You wanted him to communicate more. So he has his own assumptions as well on what that is. So he was communicating more based on his assumption of what communicating more means, of what communication means to him versus what the fuck it means to you, right? It has a totally different meaning. So instead, it's like, no. Because I told her that. I said, you need to learn to, I said, what you're going to do is shut the fuck up. Let's start there. And she's like, okay. Okay. Which that's what I'm going to tell all of you to do. Shut the fuck up. Zip it, lock it, and put it in your pocket. Like a child. Sometimes that's how I talk to you, like a child. And so you have to learn to be quiet, because so many of you insist on verbalizing everything. Hey, welcome to Mo. Hey, bestie. So many of you insist on verbalizing everything to your SP. Everything. Like, let me tell you this. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you all about my shit. You're supposed to, I don't know what your name is, Miss Telegram. You're supposed to go to follow trains for that, by the way. Just in case you're unaware. Follow trains. Search it up. Okay. Good Lord. Okay. Hey, do I have a call with you soon? I just a text about it, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I have a call with you today. I don't know, but I did schedule a 3-hour long live, but I forgot that one of my favorite people needs to reschedule. So maybe I think that's her. I'll take a look and I'll let you know. Yeah, KFP. Send me a text and let me check. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely, Manny. You can grow whatever you want. You can grow whatever you want if you know what I mean. It doesn't matter. You can grow taller, shorter, longer, smaller, wider, thinner. You can grow your shoe size, you can grow the whole thing. Doesn't matter. Yeah. James. Man, James is on it. One of my favorite people, man. One of my favorite people. He's like, yeah, manifest a better sales pitch. That shit cracks me up. I don't know why I can't move shit around here. Oh, here we are. Thanks, Messa. Oh, okay. Let me check. What's with all these paying people? Good Lord. I know. That people need to get a life. I mean, that, you know what's sad though? Is unfortunately, hey Shanae, unfortunately, the only reason they do this It's because people fall for it. I'm here to tell you guys got to start using this because a lot of people be falling for some stupid ass shit. Like they fall for the dumbest thing where it and like everything screams scam, but people fall for it all the time. Like my friends know, they're like, go to Jen, ask her if that makes fucking sense. Because I'll be like, what part of that doesn't scream scam? Like, look at this. You know what I'm saying? Please, rich people out there. Good Lord. Okay. Listen, whisper into the water. I do. I could teach you how to manifest a platonic SP, all that stuff. Like, I don't know what's going on here with all these people. Good Lord. I'm manifesting. He is committed to me and he will push her away. Marlove, I'd have to know what your affirmations are specifically when it comes to him pushing her away. Because he doesn't have to do that. All you have to do is create the wedge, okay? All you have to do is create the wedge between your SP and gutter trash. Because when you create the wedge between them two, she'll play her part. They have no idea that they're actually helping you in your manifestation because they're spiritually asleep. So when you create the wedge, all that's going to do is she's going to do exactly what everybody else does and force the 3D. And we all know how that works, right? It doesn't work. So the more you force the 3D, the more they pull away. And as you're affirming for you and SP, they turn around and come on home to mama. Okay? There's no needing for him to push her away. So instead, what I would do is, ain't I talking to you soon? I think I'm talking to you soon, right? I'm pretty sure I'm talking to you soon. Oh. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Let's see what we got here. It's just for he misses me and always thinking about me. Should I be affirming action? Yes, Jess, you should always affirm for action. Okay, every one of you should be affirming for action. Okay, because somebody can be obsessed with you and always think about you and never fucking talk to you. Okay, plus he misses you unless he's on a business trip somewhere. That implies you're not together. That implies you're not together. Okay? So, because unless he's gone for an extended amount of time, you know, like, I would also, like, an example is I would always joke with my boyfriend and be like, do you miss me when I'm gone? And he's like, we live together. He's like, you mean miss you when you're gone for 6 hours? No, right? He wouldn't say that, but he's just like, I see you all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, is saying he misses you is implying that you're not together, right? Or he's on an extended trip somewhere. So instead, I would affirm something else that has to do with action, like always thinking about you. He could think about you till you're blue in the face and never contact you, right? So instead, I'd be like, you know, I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. Action and movement, right? He's constantly spending time with me. Action and movement, okay? And he'll do anything to be with me right now, okay? Those are, I stand by those. Those are my favorite, actually. Marla, didn't I tell you yesterday to affirm that bitch right about the seed? Okay? She's gotten a new job. She's totally, anytime you think about her specifically, take SP out of it. Anytime you think about her specifically, I want you to just tell yourself, no, she got a new job. She actually got a new job. Okay? Because she'll go away. Okay? So say, no, she got a new job. She got a new job. Okay? And then, what else? You said something else earlier. I haven't gotten there yet, Janelle. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, he's committed to you. we're gonna create affirmations for you, okay? But in the meantime, you can create the wedge between him and gutter trash, okay? So what you do is, this is you, this is gutter trash, and this is SP, okay? So instead, you need to assume this is where we leverage the law. What do you want to assume to be true about her, okay? She's fucking crazy, she's a raging bitch, she's got anger issues, something your boyfriend cannot stand in a chick. Well, that's not her. That's not her, okay? So now you've created that assumption. Now you're telling yourself that that's who she is. And now she has to conform to that. She must show it because she's in your reality. So she must show up that way to said SP, okay? So now we affirm them, okay, away. So then it's like, well, you can say the ones I said. He can't stand her. He's disgusted by her. He wants nothing to do with her. They argue all day, every day. Okay? So now you've built the wedge. Now she's going to do what you tried to do, and that's force a 3D. And as she forces the 3D, pushes him away, and you're affirming for you and SP, he comes on home to mama. Real quick. Because she will show up based on your assumptions of her, like in 24 hours or less. Literally quickly. She must show up that way. And your SP will describe her that way to you too, which when he does that, then you're like, really? But you don't say that to him. Can help foster. I think they be popping up some weird ass shit around here. They be like, yes. Oh, I already answered that, Jess. Well, bitch, you're going to manifest your SP today, but okay. So then I'll just give you the affirmation. Right now, I want you to affirm exactly what I tell most people out here to affirm because they fucking work and they work fast, right? He is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. He's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me right now. That's it. Keep it simple until we talk tomorrow. Okay? It is, because I have to go to the bathroom. In fact, I've had to go to the bathroom for a while now. I'm not a madam. It makes me sound old. Or a madam, if you know what I mean. Where is everybody at? Where are all these people not blocked? Okay, let's see here. Okay. We're going to start doing the, yeah, none of you guys buy any of these people's bullshit. Have you learned nothing? Have you learned nothing? Do not buy anybody's bullshit, okay? Do not sign up for coaching from anybody that you know that you don't know, okay? Oh, don't worry about it, Miss Coelho. You don't worry about it, okay? You work, bitch. You work. Okay, don't ever buy coaching from anybody who doesn't have what you want. Okay, don't ever fucking do that shit. Don't buy anything from anybody that sells you pipe water in a dream and hasn't done it themselves. Okay, that's not what we're doing. Good for you, my love. It will be very freeing. So look at that. You guys think I make this shit up? I don't make nothing up. I don't need to make shit up. Okay? It works. Nobody pay Shanae, no one pay Shanae any fucking attention right now. Yeah, definitely don't pay for no spells. No one's even listening to Shanae. Nope, I said it. No one's coddling your ass. What the fuck do you mean? What should you be saying? I told you what to say. I told your ass what to fucking say. And now you're gonna send me a message in WhatsApp so I can fucking bitch at you. Cause what is your deal? What is your deal? Create the wedge. Shut the fuck up. You need to stop. You need to stop. She's beautiful, by the way. It must be the wrong number. I know, it is amazing. I know. You're the wedge. Okay. All right, guys. Let's get busy with the good, Raina. Good. Now persist. Persist, persist, persist. Keep going. Okay? Keep going. Shanae's ridiculous. Pay the girl any fucking mind. She has her man eating out of the palm of her fucking hands. She's ridiculous. She's ridiculous with this. But this is where we are constantly evolving, okay? That's okay, girl. He didn't switch his phone off. He lost cell service. His phone fucking died. Raina, what are you doing? I'll give you one clue what country I live in. Mexico. Good. Now harness that, Raina. Okay. You need to. Shark. Harness that. Understand you can use that for anything you want. Anything you want. If you know what I mean. You can do anything you want with that photo method. It's great. In fact, that should be like the number one thing that you guys take when your SP is back. Right? When you're in a relationship with your SP, that photo method doesn't stop. In fact, you just have fun with it. You just have a lot of fun with it. I do. So you have a lot of fun with that. But Raina, yeah, keep going, okay? Give positive meaning to everything, okay? Everything has positive meaning. Okay? Because how the fuck do you know he switched his phone off? No, you don't know. Because when you call him, it doesn't say, this user has switched his phone off. It doesn't say that. It just simply goes straight to voicemail. So for all you know, that man went to bed, his phone died, lost phone service, but you know what? His phone totally died, but he's gonna call me back any minute. Okay, you want to keep that going. We're evolving here. We're not wavering. Okay, we're persisting. Okay, all right. So you guys have your photos out now. Do you guys have your photos out? Said photos. Jess, do you care to guess how the fuck she did it? Well, you're about to find out. Spoiler alert, you're going to find out right now. What are you talking about? These people never do anything different. These people never do anything different, guys. Okay? They're doing exactly... How do you think they know about the photo method? Right? They're doing exactly what I told you to do. Okay? That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. Is they're dropping the bullshit, okay? We could use either one, just him or you and him. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm doing great. It does. So you could use either one. Yeah, you could use, well, this is what I did, okay? Is I used a photo of me and him, but I would zoom in, so it was just him. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, my bad, Ingrid. That's because I didn't move it yet, but I'll move it today, bitch. So just ignore that reminder. Okay? So, I'm from California. But I'm from Cali, baby. SoCal, to be quite transparent. People say, are you Southern? Are you from the South? I said, from Southern California. That's about as South as I get. Anyway, okay, you guys got the photos out, all right? Okay, so I want you to go back right now, as you have their photos out. I want you guys to go back in your mind And I want you to go back to when in your relationship, okay, when everything in your relationship was perfect, okay? When you guys were happy together, okay? When everything in your relationship was perfect. I want you to remember real quick, how did he make you feel? Or she? How did they make you feel? How did they treat you? Who were they as a person for you? Go back, remember that version of your SP now. Forget who they were a minute ago. Forget all of that. Go back and remember who they were for you. Okay? So now you have that person, that version, your perfect person. Okay? The one that made you feel all the feel-good vibes. He was the whole package. Okay? Now, you have that version of your SP in your mind. Now, I want you to bring that version of your SP to your current reality. That version of your SP, the one that won your heart, the one that you love, he's here right now. That version of him is right now. He's here right now in your current reality. Again, forget who they were 1 minute ago. They're not that person anymore. Okay, that person is gone, and you've brought back your perfect person. Okay, they're with you right now. Okay, now, I want you, now that you have your perfect person in your current reality right now, they're here to stay, okay? Your perfect person right now is waiting for you to let them contact you. They're waiting for you to let them back into your life. So right now, since you went and got that person from your past, your perfect person, you brought them into your current reality. They're here now. It shouldn't be hard for you to expect the same behavior from your perfect person that you did back then. Back then, your perfect version. Oh, I love this for you, Marla. I'm so excited for you. Okay. So now that you have this perfect version, right? Remember back then in your relationship when your perfect boyfriend or girlfriend, your perfect person, did you question if they would text you? Did you question if they would call you? Did you ever question if they would come see you? No, because you just knew. Because they were your perfect person. So you just knew that they would do all the things that perfect boyfriends and girlfriends do. Or husbands or wives, okay? They're that version for you right now. Because they're here right now, okay? Hold on to that version of your SP, okay? Now, you have your photo of them out. Now you're going to, if you are new here, you are going to put on your crown. If you are not new here, then that crown should already be on, bitch. Because here, we don't take our crowns off. We wear them proudly, and we wear them every goddamn day, 24/7. Okay? Okay. So, now you're going to take a look at their picture. I know he is, Terry. Now you're going to take a look at their picture. Oh, Terry, we'll start that today, by the way. I got your message. Okay? Welcome, Chamberlain. Okay, now you have your SP's picture. Okay, now you're going to give your commands. Okay, you're going to look at their picture. Okay, rock chick. I'll address that. Hold your comments, by the way. I'll address that after this exercise. So, anyway. Okay, now you're going to look at their picture. And you are going to give your commands. If you are not in contact, and I don't give a shit about your circumstances, I didn't ask. Okay? So now, I don't care if you're in contact or not in contact. If you're not in contact or you're in contact but not consistent contact, then you're going to command that they contact you right now. Okay? Not tomorrow, not an hour from now, right now. Okay? So if you're alone, I like to say it out loud. You don't yell at them. You're going to say it with a little bit of a backbone. Okay? If you are not alone, then say it in your mind. Don't look like a lunatic at work. Okay? So you're going to sit there and you're going to look at their picture and you're going to tell them, now, you can say texting, calling, or contacting. It doesn't really matter, but understand it will have whatever has to happen for it to unfold naturally for you. So if you're saying like you're texting me right now, but they're more of a caller, not a texter, then they're going to call you. Okay. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So instead, you're going to look at their picture and say, you're texting me right now. 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 You're going to do this while we're on break. Okay. See, with a little background. Don't be like, you're texting me right now. Don't do that, right? Just say it with like a boss mentality, like you're texting, like a certainty. You're texting me right now, like you ain't got a goddamn choice, okay? All right. Now, if you are in, hey, Eleanor, if you are in constant contact with your SP, right? Because remember, you brought that perfect version of your SP back from your past, okay? Yeah, we'll talk about that in the second page. I would just do this for now, okay? They're your perfect person now, okay? There's no other person here. The version of your specific person is here with you now, okay? So if you're in consistent contact, then you can either affirm for contact, just to prove yourself what a badass bitch you are, or you can move to the next step, okay? You can move to the next step of, I don't text people unless we work together. So anyway, you can move to the next step of, you're coming to see me today. 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 Okay? Now, if you're in a relationship with somebody, if you're in a relationship already, then have fun with it. You can command them that you're cooking me dinner tonight. You're bringing me dinner tonight. You're, having sexy time with me tonight. Okay. You can affirm whatever you want there. Okay. Or if you're not living together, you can do the same thing. You're coming to see me today. Okay. All right. So that's what we're going to do, my friends. Okay. So is that one of the things I said to fucking say? Welcome to Mel. I did not say that. But, okay. Hold your shit. Do you understand? Hold your shit. Okay? Okay. Yeah, welcome to Mo. I'll explain that after this exercise, okay? All right, so let's get busy. Okay, let's get busy. Remember, your perfect boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife is here with you right now. That version is here right now. So give your commands and expect them to text you. All right. So I'm sure all of you feel amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Which you should. Okay. Now, you'll know if you're expecting, because what I want you to do now is put your shit down and go about your day. You don't need to check for what? When your perfect boyfriend, because they're here now, your perfect person is here now. Okay, that version of them is here now. And so if you think back, did you have to check? No, you didn't, right? You weren't checking your phone all day long, seeing if they were texting you, if they were calling you, if they were doing any of that stuff, okay? Because there's nothing to check. They're your perfect person. Hello. Good, prima donna, good. I kiss my boyfriend's picture all the time. Ain't no shame in the game. Gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? At least that's how I look at it. So, if you're new here, if we've never met, allow me to introduce myself. Good, that's right, it is done. Okay, my name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor. So I already know that sounds good to you, so go ahead and click that follow button. Go do it right now. Also, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me, I manifested my ISP back from no contact, fully living with me in 4 weeks. I'm here to help you do the same. So if you want one-on-one coaching with me, where I can take where you're going wrong and help you, we recreate your recipe on the spot, and I curate affirmations for you and give you your plan to get your shit right and get your recipe conforming, then click the links in my bio. Okay, I also do, if you're having trouble, or you're not seeing movement and not getting what you want, then I will also manifest your SP for you. So, excuse me. So if you're interested in me manifesting for you, your SP to come back quickly, I'm very good at it. Click the link in the bio. Also, I go live every day at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. So if you ever miss a live, don't trip, buttercup, because I post all the lives on I post the replays always on my YouTube channel, so you can go ahead and watch that and help me get my watch hours up so that I can help more people realize that they're in control of their reality and they can get anything and everything they want, especially their SP, and I teach you how to do it the right way. Okay? Also, I have a free WhatsApp community. You do have a form that you need to fill out, because you do need to, just like signing up for any social media platform, you need to adhere to the guidelines, the community guidelines of our community, so that it runs smoothly. Okay? So there's a quick little form to fill out that. I forgot to put TikTok name. I should do that. I should do that. But anyway, go ahead and click that. Join our WhatsApp community. Get inspired by all the success stories that you're seeing. That's right, Lisa. He is. He's calling you right now, bitch. He is calling you right now. Then we can do that, okay? But I want them to inspire you to know, right? To see, well, what makes them any different than me? Not a goddamn thing. Nothing. Other than the version of their SP that they're looking at, okay? So you don't need to literally go down this whole digging rabbit hole and find out where the hell you went wrong. No, you just need to get it together so that you can get your shit right and tight, okay? Now, back to the lady who came on here, late to the party, by the way, which was rude. Just kidding. Okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on around here, okay? Bayside babe, because you're not persisting. And you want to know how I know you're not persisting? Because you just said he has a girlfriend. Who gives a fuck? People break up every day. Someone's breaking up right now. Someone's breaking up right now. So what are you talking about? But if you're going to continue to use that as a circumstance, guess what that's going to keep? The girlfriend very much in your reality, very much in his life, them very much together. So you didn't do what I said at all. Okay? You're not persisting in perfect boyfriend for you, and you're not shooing gutter trash to the dumpster she crawled out of. That's why you're stagnant. Okay? That is why you're stagnant. Okay? So if you would get a grip and actually do what I tell you to do, you'll notice things are changing. Okay? You'll notice things are changing. Oh, people are weird. I don't even know how he got back. How the fuck did that guy get back in here? Good Lord. Anyway. Okay. So I'm going to assume some of you are very fucking new here, because I don't know what the hell any of you guys are talking about, where you're talking about how they're fucking cheaters, how they're with another woman, have a whole nother fucking family, all this shit. What are you doing? You have to understand you created all of that. You created everything. Whether you want to admit it or not, you caused them to cheat on you. You practically encouraged them to in here. So you can sit there and lie to yourselves all day long, and you can blame them for every fucking thing if you want. If you want to consider them avoidant, if you want to consider them cheaters, untrustworthy, and all that shit, take one hard look in the mirror. Take one hard look in the mirror, because you created that. Because I highly doubt that when you got together with the person that you were over there thinking about them, looking at them as cheaters, avoidant, wanting nothing to do with you, stepping outside of your relationship with other women. I don't think you were looking at them then that way, because if you were, you wouldn't have started dating them. Let's be honest. But they became that version because you created it. You created it. So the sooner you can own that, the sooner you can move forward and grow up and act like a fucking adult, instead of acting like a goddamn child. Okay? There's that part. A lot of you, that's literally all it needs to, that's all you need to do is grow the fuck up. Grow up. Because none of this helps you. None of this helps you at all. So, I'll give that to you, Angela, in a minute. Okay? So, since there's a lot of new people here, let's go down memory lane real quick if you want to think I'm full of shit. Okay? You met your person, and they checked all the boxes at first. At first, they told you all the things you wanted to hear. They checked all the boxes, right? So you ended up catching feelings for them, and therefore, because they were saying all the right things, they were doing all the right things, you started catching feelings for them, and guess what? Because you saw them as such a great person for you, things in your relationship escalated very quickly, okay? Escalated very quickly in your relationship, feelings got had. All of a sudden you went from talking online or in person to constantly spending time together to full-blown relationship, okay? Because everything was perfect. It escalated quickly. Everything was great until you had a disagreement. Then you had a disagreement that turned into an argument. Why? Because you can't shut the hell up, right? You had to say what you felt in the moment. You had to plead your case. You needed him to understand your point of view. Now it's a whole-blown argument. Now you're all done arguing with each other, and what do? You continue the argument here. Verbally, you're all finished, but not in here. Not in here. In here, you're whining, bitching, moaning, and groaning, and complaining about them. Okay? And that continues. And that continues. Plus, maybe you called your friend. You wanted to bitch at your friend. Like, how dare him talk to me this way? How dare him say this, that, and the third? How dare him treat me that way? Blah, 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 blah. And a lot of you aren't even finished bitching in your head, because now you got something, now round 2 begins, ding, 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 and you come back because you got more to say. Okay? And so then what happens is you brush your problem under the rug, you move forward after that, right? You're over it eventually. And so now you're back on track until you get another disagreement. That again turns into an argument, and it basically is like round 2, replay of exactly how your last argument went. Okay? And over the course of your relationship, you'll notice the arguments start to increase, okay? And as the arguments start to become more frequent, your relationship is on the decline, okay? You're starting to look at him differently. In fact, many of you are saying, he's not the same person that I fell in love with. I don't even recognize this person, right? He's changed. And a lot of you will verbalize that. And a lot of you verbalize it to them too. And so then as things progress, as things continue to go on the decline, you now start to question your relationship. Now in your mind, you're over here like wondering, does he want to be with you? Does he want to be with me? Are we going to break up? Are we good? Does he even love me still? Does he care about me? Sound familiar? And then what happens? Then the breakup. Okay? Now, after the breakup commences, you don't stop. Now you want to get him back. So you now go on Force the 3D vibe, okay? And you start blowing his shit up. Let me call him. I just need him to talk to me. I just need him to talk to me. If I could just talk to him, then he'll understand, right? And you're begging for him to take you back. You're begging to be together. He's not answering. He didn't answer the 15,000 times you called, so you figure you'll call him from a blocked number or a private number, like he doesn't realize that's fucking you. Of course he knows it's you. right? And then you blow up his text messages over and over and over again. He's not doing that, so now you start stalking him on social media. Yeah, you start looking at all his shit, liking all his pictures, trying to get his attention that way. And now you're blocked, ghosted. Now he wants nothing to fucking do with you. Because you tried forcing the 3D. And that never works. So, you're the one that created all this. You don't need them to apologize for shit. You don't need them to, you don't need to forgive them. You don't need to do any of that. Because you created this. You're the one that created it. Because the more problems existed in your relationship, the more you had an argument, all of a sudden you selected a new version of him. And the more you argued, the more disagreements you had, the worse your selection of him got. And therefore he pushed that right out to your ass. And he simply just confirmed everything that you were thinking. Everything that you were thinking. You got cheated on. Why? Care to guess why? Because you questioned what he was doing. You questioned if he was being honest with you. You questioned every goddamn thing. And in your mind, you probably at some point in time even told yourself that. I wonder if he's fucking, is there someone else? Is there someone else? Is he talking to someone else? Therefore, you got confirmation. They're never doing anything on their own. All they're doing is confirming what you're telling yourself. That's all they're doing. So you could sit there and have a pity party all fucking day long in your own mind, and you could sit there and be the victim in your own fucking reality and blame them for their behavior and their actions and the things that they said and the things that they did. But I'm here to tell you, honey bunny, the only person you should be looking at is you. Because you did this to yourself. But if the good news is if you can create the breakup, you can create the makeup. The same way. You didn't have to drink a magic glass of fucking water. You didn't have to do a whisper technique. You didn't have to do a 55 by 5. You didn't have to you didn't have to, what's it called? Visualize the breakup. You didn't have to do none of that shit, did you? Did you script your breakup? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Okay? So you didn't have to do any of that. So you don't have to do anything different to create something different, to create something new. But you got to drop the old shit. You have to drop the old shit. You can't continue to see them as that person anymore. You can't continue to see them as the person that rejected you, that is ghosting you, because you did that shit to yourself. As long as you call them avoidant, you understand what avoiding means, right? Avoiding means when you come closer, they run the fuck away. Avoiding means that as much as you want them to text you, they literally can't because they're avoiding you. Literally. So why do you keep describing them in a way that you don't like, but then at the same breath, you're pissed off and frustrated that they're not conforming, that they're not changing? For what purpose? For what? Your why. That is why, because of how you are continuously seeing them. If you're continuously seeing them as an awful person, as not a nice person, as the person that hurts your fucking feelings, and the person that said mean things for you and treated you like shit, well, let's just assume, for sake of assuming, that you're affirming for contact, and you're affirming for him to see you. Let's just say that he does that. Exactly how do you think that conversation is going to go? Not the way you're wanting it to, right? He can literally text you right now because you're affirming for him to text you and tell you go fuck yourself. Well, how did that work out? You got your manifestation, but not in a way you wanted. Because you're persisting in wrong version of SP. You're still seeing the douchebag SP that broke your heart. You can't do that anymore. You can't do that anymore. You have to only see them as perfect for you, as everything you've ever wanted, that tells you nothing but sweet, amazing things, and just worships the ground that you walk on, will do anything to be with you, and it just is madly in love with you and wants to actually be with you. You're the only one that they want. You're all they can think about. Like literally, they'll do anything to get your attention. You need to see them as that way. You need to see them that way. Because if you don't, you will never manifest them back, not in a way that you want them to be. not in the way that you want them to be. So what is the fucking point? What is the point? You guys have to stop doing that. And you can't force the 3D. You cannot force the 3D. It's different if you're in communication with your SP and you contact them. That's totally a normal relationship, right? Even if you're not in a relationship, it doesn't matter. If you're talking to them often, why wouldn't you text them? I would, because that's a relationship, right? So I would talk to them. There's two ways. But what you can't do is get some liquid courage or get on some bullshit and then send them a text. Because how do you think that text is going to go? How do you think that's going to go? It's going to go one out of two directions depending upon what your text said. Okay? That's why I highly suggest if you have alcohol, you put your fucking phone down. Because you're not in the right frame of mind and can't control yourself. Okay? So likely, you're going to tell them, you're likely going to come off as thirsty and needy. And now you undid exactly what you didn't want to undo. Right? Lisa. You're gonna set shit back every fucking time. Because that's forcing the 3D. Okay? So instead, it's like, instead of pressing that send button, just say that shit out loud real quick and then keep pushing. And then keep pushing. Because even if that person did answer the phone, right, or did respond, they also have their own assumptions too, okay? And you can't take back when you press that send button. But you can change it if you know what you're doing, okay? If you know what you're doing. But forcing the 3D doesn't work. Plus, you know how I know if you're putting somebody on a pedestal? And this is where the honesty part in you comes into play. I know when you're putting somebody on that pedestal in your own fucking reality, because you wouldn't need to work on self-concept for 17 hours a day. Would you? No. For what? For what? So like you'd be splitting your affirming time for you and SP, but working on self-concept. That's because you have them here and you're here. You can't do that. You can't do that. What do you mean? Because you would see them somehow better than you, unobtainable. You would see them like, well, here's one that I hear a lot. I don't feel chosen. Well, then that means that you're not on the pedestal. Because people on the pedestal have a good self-concept. I'm not saying perfect, but a good self-concept where they know who they are as a person. Like, so an example for me is I've always, and I actually verbalize this, so I don't suggest you do that. But I didn't realize I was doing that. But I literally have always had, for the longest time, yeah, you're good, Prabhadana. For the longest time, I've always had and I've said this numerous times to people, is I'm the best girlfriend you'll ever have. I know exactly what I bring to the table. Like, I know exactly. So therefore, I've never worried about infidelity like that. Because I was like, cheating? Seriously? I know who the fuck I am. And I know what kind of girlfriend I am. I know what I have to offer a man. I'm the whole goddamn package. So you're never going to find anybody better than me. Like, that's just the attitude I've had. So because of that, it's not hard to put myself on that pedestal, right? This is not you as a person in society, but it's like you believing that, like, no, I'm a great girlfriend, shit. Like, I know how to treat a man. And I do, right? And so it's like, I do know how to treat a man. I know exactly I do believe that I'm the perfect girlfriend. So where do I stay all the time? On that goddamn pedestal. Because that's what I bring to the table. Now, that's why I said I don't suggest you verbalize the shit to people, because I did that when I had, too many cocktails in the beginning of the first time when we were dating. And he never mentioned it, but he mentioned it a couple weeks ago. He's like, I remember when you said that. He goes, and I was like, damn, she's full of herself. But I also do know what I bring to the table. So therefore, I never view anybody as a threat. Like, vodka. I never view anybody as a threat. Not in my reality. Like no one compares to me because I'm a bad bitch. So, therefore, they also assume the same. Okay? Because again, this is where we leverage the law, is whatever you assume to be true about you, especially when it comes to relationships, you know what they must assume? The same. So if you start telling yourself that, like, I'm the perfect girlfriend, literally, I'm the perfect girlfriend, like, no one compares to me. I'm literally, I don't know, Elle. I don't know. I have to move her off the list because I talked to her today. She said she couldn't schedule till Monday, but if you need it sooner, don't worry about it. Don't not schedule it, but then just reach out to me and say, yo, can you move me up? Sure. I mean, I can't do that for everybody, but yeah, if it's going to be like a long time from now, if it's next week, like, why wait? Why wait? Well, we can get it now. Okay? Of course, Jade, if you talk yourself up, like verbally, is that what you're implying? Verbally? Oh yeah, that's right. Friday. That's right. So I have to take her off of Friday. If you verbally, that's why I said don't verbalize it, because if you verbalize it, yeah, now people will come. Yeah, so then now you get, of course, because, there's one thing that people said, someone always told me, and I guess this is an assumption too, but it's like, well, everything's an assumption, but it's like your friends will always want you to shine, but never outshine, right? They never want you to outshine. So it's like, you'll be losing weight and they'll be like, damn girl, you look good, until you look better than them. And then they're like, you've lost a lot of weight, you look sick. Like now they're doing that. But hey, you know what? That's part of a stellar self-concept. Who gives a shit? Exactly. They're just jealous. I'd be like, yeah. And you know what? Who cares? Who cares? But that's how you have to see yourself and tell yourself that. Like, I'm the perfect girlfriend. We have to leverage here, okay? So tell yourself that, like, I'm the perfect girlfriend, like, and no one compares to me. I know how to treat a man. Like, I'm the perfect girlfriend. They will start to see you that way, 100%. Because they're you pushed out, right? They must show up based on your assumptions. So therefore, start now assuming that shit. Like, because they do, right? Like, literally, I think all my past relationships, that's exactly how they've been. They know my value shit. And they ain't going to goddamn place. So you need to believe that in yourself, okay? You do, because they will start to talk you up. Like, they will start to put you on that pedestal in their lives. That's the fun part. Hey, Vinny, because you have to remember, you're always on the pedestal in your reality. But who doesn't want to be on the pedestal in someone else's? Remember that. I absolutely want to be on the pedestal in my boyfriend's life. But you can do that in anybody's life if you just believe you're a badass person. Like, I'm the best person in the fucking world. Like, everybody loves me, shit. Whoever like, my friends should be lucky I even want to be friends with them. Because, like, I'm the best friend anyone will ever have. You'll get a shit ton of friends, and they'll start to respect you. They'll start to, like, look up to you, admire you. They'll start to do all that stuff because you believe that that's who you are. Okay? That's my daughter to a T. Like, my daughter excels at everything, right? She literally excels at everything. There's nothing she doesn't do that she's not good at. Okay? But because of that, her friends in her circle all have my daughter, like, on this pedestal where they admire her. Like, they just admire her. And they don't have to sit there and tell you that. Like, they're not going to most times grovel at your feet, but you can just tell. Look at that Ren, bitch. What? You see this? Oh, hold on. There was a delay. Hold comments, please. I'm taking a photo. Hurry up. Get off there. Screenshot. Oh, there we go. Jesus Christ. Oh. Okay, there we are. Now you can commence. See, good job, Ren. Have fun with it. Whenever you want to talk to your SP, just do it. Again. But remember, keep it casual, keep it natural, okay? See? Do you guys see? It's not hard, okay? It's not hard, but you know what Ren did? Persisted, okay? So that's where I want you guys to look at that. I really want to see how you want to be seen in the world, how you want people to see you as a person, right? And just talk yourself up. Shit, why not? Who gives a fuck? There's too many shallow bitches out here in the world, so we may as well own the queen and put ourselves on everybody's pedestal. But that's my daughter, right? Is everybody who's came into her life, all her friends somehow they admire her, they look up to her because she's superintendent honor roll award all through middle school. Never a time she didn't get that shit. All I got was perfect attendance. That was the only award I ever got in school. And I was like, what a fucking nerd. That means I never missed school. What a loser. But my daughter, no, perfect attendance. She will go to school instead of like take a day off, where I'll be like, do you want to go take a day off and go to this amusement park? Or she's like, I have school and we have a quiz today. I'm like, look at you being all studious and responsible. She's very responsible. I don't have to wake her up I don't have to wake her up ever. She wakes her own self up. She has her own morning routine. She puts her own ass to bed too. She does her homework. She does all that shit, right? She's in accelerated everything, like all accelerated classes. She's a great freaking swimmer. She picks up volleyball. She's really good at volleyball. She wants to travel the high school team. So hold positive intentions for her. I want to manifest that shit. She's just fucking smart. Like, she's freaking smart. Like, and gymnastics. She excelled like 6 months after starting gymnastics from scratch. She was on the squad, like the competition squad, like everything. She's just good at everything. But that's because I taught her to push herself, right? If I took her out of the swimming pool because she had a conniption the first time she was in it, she wouldn't know how to swim. But I was that person that never tolerated that stuff. I didn't talk down to her ever. But I was also that person that didn't baby her ass either. Now, don't get me wrong. I do fill up her water bottles and I do that type of stuff. But I don't baby her, And so like if she would fall down when she was younger and like, parents usually freak out. And, oh my God. And I would just laugh. But because of that, she's a strong person. And because of that, all her friends admire her. They want to be like her. And you can tell that that a lot of her friends feel like they're just never as good as my daughter when it comes to things. Because she can never she's really good at video editing. She's a fantastic drawer. Like, she draws like really well, like anime style. And she does all this stuff. But everybody just looks up to her that way. So that's the same way you need to be with yourself. Pump your own ass up. Pump your own ass up. And be like, yeah, I'm the baddest bitch in the world. Every fucking body loves me. Hey, Dina. Everybody loves me. Of course your SP liked your post and story. Why wouldn't he? Look at him always trying to get your attention. He's always trying to get your attention, bitch. See how easy this is, guys? I hope you guys see how easy this is. Because trust me, Ren is not perfect. Ren is not perfect. Nobody is perfect. Well, except for me, of course. Just kidding. Have you guys not been paying attention? You're all fucking perfect. Okay? But Ren persisted. Okay? Persisted. He would come on here, ask questions. Okay? She would come on here. She would ask questions. She would seek guidance. She would waver. She would do things like that. But it's okay. She kept going. She persisted. She persisted. She persisted. And now she's getting movement. That's all it takes, is to persist. Persist, persist, persist. It has to work. Duh. Literally. Duh. But if I only made videos saying just persist, I'd only have one video. I have to say it like 55,000 different ways. I'm just starting to manifest my SP and stated. In my head, my SP is mine. I'm his queen. Okay, Jackie. Sometimes if it's, I didn't even know you guys can make names in cursive and all that shit. I had no idea. Yeah, Vinny, you haven't been doing shit for 7 months. You have not been doing shit for 7 months. But wavering, selecting version of SP that you don't want. Okay, that's not your perfect person. That's all you've been doing is selecting current SP, current SP, current SP. No, 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 no. You must. If you would go in our success stories right now and look at yesterday's success stories, they all said the same thing. Persistent perfect boyfriend. If you'll persist the perfect boyfriend, they have to change. They don't have a choice. They have to match whatever you assume about them. Okay? This is where we leverage the law, right? Whatever you assume about them, they must reflect onto you. So if you assume that you're blocked, then you're blocked. If you assume that you're being ghosted, then you're being ghosted. Then they can't literally contact you. You're literally blocking them from being able to reach out to you, from being able to contact you, from doing all that shit. So we have to stop with the bullshit. Stop wavering in our version of our SP. Really, that's the number one thing that you guys should be focused on is, okay, on the priority spectrum, on the wavering spectrum, I'm not going to waver in my perfect version of SP. I will stick with that version because literally, I don't understand why you wouldn't, because isn't that what you want? So I'm only going to stick with perfect version. I'm not going to waver on that at all. Like as much as possible, I'm not going to waver. And if I find myself in my own thoughts, I'm just going to tell myself, he's the perfect boyfriend. He's the perfect boyfriend. He's the perfect boyfriend. And that's the number one thing I'm not going to waver on, because you have to understand there's a delay on anything that's negative. Okay. So let's say there's a delay period on anything that's negative. Okay. The reason why I say negative is because if you literally would just stick in your brain and be positive and have positive thoughts, those manifest very quickly because you're not wavering on those, right? We don't waver on positive thoughts. We waver on negative shit. Okay. So there's a delay there because you waver. So instead, it's like perfect boyfriend, numero uno on the spectrum here. That I can't waver from. I need to persist in that as much as possible. I'm going to remind myself all day long if I have to. And then if I have any negative thoughts throughout the day, well, then I'm going to flip those. Then I'm just going to flip them. I'll affirm. I'll have my affirming sessions, but then I'll flip those thoughts as they come up. And I'm going to flip, I'm going to flip, and I'm going to flip. And those people are the ones getting movement. Those people are the ones getting texts. Their boyfriend's taking them out, wanting to see them. You know, because somebody said in the group, which was a very ignorant statement, by the way, where he was questioning if anybody, and I think he asked this in the community, he says, did anyone actually manifest their SP by Valentine's Day? Right? And so he went on this whole rant to me. He's like, see, nobody manifested their SP by Valentine's Day, blah, 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 blah. And I told him, I said, okay, first of all, I'm going to need you to, one, I don't know, only I'm allowed to bitch at you. I don't know how you think this goes the other way. So I'm going to need you to calm it down, simmer the shit down. I said, second of all, I said, I have oodles of text messages. I said, I have a lot of text messages and WhatsApp messages of people who were with their SP on Valentine's Day, but a fair amount of them did not feel comfortable posting it in the group because they didn't want to hurt people's feelings. They didn't want to come off as bragging that they're with their SPs on Valentine's Day. So because that's a sensitive day to some people. So because of that, they kept that shit to themselves and they told me about it, but they were like, I didn't want to post and hurt their feelings. And they told me this after Valentine's Day, right? And I told them, I said, you absolutely should have posted it in that group because it would have inspired people to get the shit together. You know, but that's where that comes from. So just clarifying that shit right there, because I don't know what people think this shit is. Yeah, like me and my boyfriend do not follow each other on social media. For what? I don't need to follow him. We literally live together. What's there to look at? I know what he ate for dinner. Okay, well, guess what, Dominique? So change this. Hey, Joe, bestie. Okay, change this around a little bit, okay? So it's like, as long as you view that he's always traveling, that's basically telling yourself that he's too busy for me, right? That he's too busy to spend time with me and hang out with me, right? Because you're viewing him traveling specifically as an obstacle standing in between you and SP. So instead, you need to flip that shit around and be like, no, actually, he loves to take me on his trips. He literally is always inviting me on his trips when he goes out of town, when he's traveling. He hates traveling alone. Tell yourself that shit. I don't give a fuck. He hates traveling alone. In fact, he misses me even more every time he travels alone that he brings me with him. He's constantly bringing me on his trips. Shit. He can't stand to be away from me. He literally can't stand to be away from me. Thanks, Kimberly girl. Okay, when you come from that perspective, shit changes. Okay, now he's literally can't stand to be away from you. Well, guess what that means? You better pack a bag, bitch. That means you better pack a bag. Yes, keep me posted, Dominique. Keep me posted, bitch. But that, I think, would be a great thing to tell yourself, right? A lot of you guys need to start leveraging the law for you instead of against you, okay? So that's what we do here, right? We leverage. So we want to sit there and say, okay, what are some things I don't like? Okay, well, I'm going to change that shit. Well, thanks, Kimberly. I hate some of these things. Hey, Brian. Okay. Oh, yeah. A lot of you guys, and you guys have to truly look at how you're describing your SP, because let's take doodlebobs, for example. How to manifest a stubborn, avoidant ex. Well, you could start by not calling them a stubborn, avoided ex. Okay? So you can call them a specific person. I mean, SP is better than X, okay? As long as you view somebody as an X, guess what? They must remain an X, right? That implies you're not together. Second is if you view them as stubborn and avoidant, one, they can't contact you. They literally can't want to have anything to do with you if you view them as avoidant. Two, if you view them as very stubborn, that also hurts your manifestation. Because if you view them as stubborn, even though you're the creator in your reality, you're still viewing them as stubborn. So it's like things that you want them to do, they may do and then reject. Because they're stubborn. Okay? So you need to watch how you're describing them. So you need to describe him, one, as none of the above. We'll start there. Okay? Where you need to start describing them as who the fuck you want him to be for you. Not avoidance. In fact, he is constantly trying to get my attention. Like, he will do anything to get my attention. He is obsessed with me. Like, you know, he's obsessed with me. He worships the ground that I walk on. He treats me like a queen. He is always calling and texting me. That's the mentality you need to have when it comes to describing your SP. The way you're describing him now, you can affirm till you're blue in the face. He ain't coming back. Because you don't see him as your perfect boyfriend or perfect girlfriend. You must see them as perfect for you, period. Non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. And anyone that tells you otherwise doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Does not know what they're talking about. However, you must not obsess over them. There's a difference. There's a difference between seeing them as perfect to coming across in the fact where, so I dealt with this when it came to someone where I said, bro, I said, first of all, I love the way you describe her. I think that's amazing. I said, however, she's very much on that pedestal in your life. Very much on that pedestal. Because you see her as like the be all of all women. Like out of your league type is how you're describing her. Like, you're coming across with very desperate energy. Like, it's like out of desperation, like stalker vibes, we'll say, right? Because if you because if you think about like stalkers, right? They become obsessed over somebody. No. You can't be obsessed with them. You want them to be obsessed with you, right? Does that make sense? So if you are coming at them and describing them and looking at them as a way that like literally implies obsession, that's problem number one. Okay. And I ran across this with somebody and he was resistant at first. And I was like, no, and he's still that way actually. And I said, she ain't coming back because you literally have her so far on that pedestal that you're obsessed with her and she's going to pick up on your obsessive energy, which is why she didn't come back, because he can't take her off that pedestal. He literally can't take her off that pedestal. And this is where I tell you guys, you can lie to yourself all day long if you want, but there's certain things in manifestation you should be delusional about. But whether she's on that pedestal or you are, that's not one of them. You need to be honest with yourself when it comes to certain things, because if you're not honest with yourself, you can't fix anything. You can't fix shit if you're not honest about it. You have to be honest about it. Okay? You have to be honest where you can sit there and be like, I'm doing everything that you said. I promise I'm doing everything that you said. And no movement. That's impossible. That's impossible. Because I'll show you oodles of people that are getting movement. And guess what they're doing? Care to guess? What I fucking said. So there's that part right there. Hey, James. Okay, so that's how they are. Like, you have to, so Kimberly, if you want him to communicate, you need to describe him that way, where he tells me everything. Like, he literally, Miss Jar Jar, I have your name saved in my phone, bitch. As exactly that. Because I like it. You have to describe them exactly that way. What is it that you want to the letter of the T? Like, I want him to communicate. Great. Like, he tells me everything. He literally tells me everything. He tells me, he's constantly telling me how he feels. He literally communicates he communicates to me daily. He holds nothing back. Right? When you do that, then things change. Hold on, I love good gutter trash. Oh, damn it. I can't see it. I got a WhatsApp message. She's like, so much to communicate. She's like, something about gutter trash. I love a good gutter trash went back to the dumpster story. Love that shit. I love that shit. You know, hey, I'm sorry, I'm petty. So what? So what? Oh, well, I mean, if you want my PayPal, it's support at knockoutbabe.com. I'm going to give my phone number. That's right. It's called Build an SP, bitch. Build an SP. And you know what? I'll do what I need to do. Okay? That's what you need to do. You have to understand that there's no one above you. Okay? You can have whatever the fuck you want. You can do whatever you want. But you need to stop with the bullshit. You need to be honest with yourself. The longer you keep lying to yourself and living in some fucking delusion that you're doing everything perfect and nothing is working, and I'm describing them in a way that they're my perfect person. No, you're not. Or you'd be seeing movement. Or, yeah, I'm getting movement, but then, excuse me. Hi there, I tried manifesting them with their photos, saying you're calling me tonight. A week ago, and 2 to 3 days, I noticed that I got blocked. Well, banana, since we're in the realm of honesty around here, did you try to force the 3D in any sense of that word? And again, we're going with keyword honesty around here. Hey, buddies. Well, that would depend, okay? That would depend on, Kimberly, do you text them again or just keep affirming? So if you're talking about the communication aspect of it, it depends on what you're texting, right? You definitely don't want to come off as thirsty. But if he texted you last, you're going to text him back. Great. If he talked to him yesterday and you haven't talked to him today, there's no problem. And like, hey, just checking in. I want to see how you're doing. Have a good day. Whatever. It's not hard for you, bitch. It's not hard for you. But if you, on the other hand, oh, Yasmin, I'll get into that. But if you, on the other hand, are going to contact him and be like, I need you to communicate better, yeah, that's not what we're going to do. Okay? Instead, it's like, in here, he tells me everything. He's constantly contacting me, like he holds nothing back, right? He is constantly in daily communication with me. Okay? Now, Kimberly, thanks, Ken. But here's the thing, Kimberly. Be ready for that. Okay? Because I had a client. That's what she did. She actually used the photo method for this. So do that. Do that. She used the photo method for this. And she's like, you communicate everything with me. Like you tell me everything every single day. Right? She told him this. So then he started talking to her. Like they talked all the time anyway. But they're in a relationship and she's known him for 30 years. Okay. So then he starts literally texting her, calling her, like walking her through like his entire day. He'd be like, hey babe, just got to the grocery store and grab some food for dinner. And then like, I'll hit you up when I get home. Then he'd get home and he'd be like, hey babe, so I just got home. I'm gonna take a quick shower and we'll talk later. And like, he literally would like anytime she called, he'd answer. He would tell her everything he was doing all throughout the day. Like he would just text her all day about everything he was doing. So she forgot that she had done this with the photo method. Because I think she did like once, right? She forgot she did this. And so all of a sudden she's like, he's never done this before. In the entire relationship, ever since I've known this man, he's never done this before. Like, she's like, so her mind was like, what's up with him? Is he hiding something? Is he cheating on me? Something's weird because he's never done this before. Is he cheating on me? So she started going on that. In fact, she asked a friend, she's like, what's your opinion about this? Because he tells me everything. Like he is like a constant, like he's now telling me everything. I've never seen behavior from this man like this ever. And of course her friend's like, yeah, he's probably cheating on you. It was the guy. He's like, yeah, that's sketchy. And so she told one of her girlfriends, and she had told her girlfriend that she was manifesting him. And she goes, bitch, isn't that what you told him? Isn't that your manifestation? She goes, oh shit. She didn't realize that she was telling that literally what she was saying, he was doing. So just be prepared for that. But I would use the photo method for that. Yeah, you communicate everything with me all day, every day. That's what I would do. So we got to remember, right? We can tell them to do anything we want. So if you're talking to anybody, right? Like if you're in communication with somebody and you want them to do something, talk to their picture, talk to the photo. If you got a problem with someone, talk to his photo and be like, excuse me, knocky knock. You tell me everything. You're constantly telling me how you feel. You cannot stop telling me how you, especially if like you're talking, but he's not like a tell me how you feel type person. You can literally tell him that. Huh? Okay, but like, is this echoey? It might be echoey because of the wall structure, but that's okay. Okay, well, like the online harassment that's been getting to me. Okay, so if the online harassment's been getting to you, Wendy, hold on a second. Wendy, what would you affirm to stop past behaviors, habits, or patterns from SP? You don't need to affirm anything about past. You need to rewrite it. So any past behaviors, habits, or patterns that you didn't like, remember, these are all you, okay? These are all you, which is why they're patterns, okay? So anything that you don't care for when it comes to your SP, you flip everything. So let's say they never tell you how they feel. Well, now they do. Now they do. In fact, they can't stop telling you how they feel. They tell you how they feel every day, right? Like all of you, if you guys are in a relationship or you're questioning how they feel about you, leverage the law. Use the photo method and be like, you cannot stop telling me how you feel about me. Like you literally can't stop telling me how you feel about me. You're confessing your love to me right now. A lot of you guys want a relationship proposal, so own that shit. Grab their photo, be like, you want to be in a relationship with me right now? You're asking me to be your girlfriend right now. There you go, relationship proposal done. Okay? But Wendy, all you would need to do is tell a different story. Flip everything. Everything that you feel needs a tweak and improvement on, flip that shit. And now that's who he is for you. Describe him only in a way that you want him to be for you, and there he is for you. Okay, somebody was asking me about what does manifest for you look like? Okay, it doesn't look like anything. There's a couple guidelines that I have for manifesting for you, okay? One is kind of like how when you go to a psychic. First of all, you need to know that it'll work, okay? Because it will. I can't manifest for you. I can't manifest your SP to go into your reality while you're questioning shit all day long. Like, is it working? Are you sure it's going to work? Okay? And even if you are, actually, yeah, because she said she was losing hope, but she goes, but then it showed. Yeah, she was like, I was losing hope, but it showed up like the next day. And it was big, like huge. Okay? And so there's that. But the second thing is all I need from you is their picture and their name. Okay? And then for you, just to look at them as perfect boyfriend, because here's the thing. I cannot Oh, that's so generous of you. You won $758 million. You're going to donate $200? Oh, whack. Anyway. I don't need a last name. I just need a first name, and I need, it's Yasmina. It was you asking. I just need a first name and a picture of them, okay? I don't need anything else, but you, on the other hand, have to persist in perfect boyfriend, okay? And I'll tell you why. Because like I was telling somebody today, I said, because I can get them back to, I can manifest them back to you. Let's say they come in 3 days, okay? You start seeing the turnaround, right? All of a sudden they're contacting you. Now all of a sudden they want to be with you, right? But if you don't evolve and you don't see them as perfect boyfriend, then they're just going to leave again. See what I'm saying? They're just going to leave again because you didn't do your part. Okay, I can help bring them back to you. I can bring them back to you, right? Manifest them back for you. But you would need to play your part in persisting in perfect boyfriend, because what the hell do I look like? Do you know how much you're going to piss me off? Do you know how much each and every one of you will piss me the fuck off? Because I promise I'll fly to your goddamn hometown. And I'm going to bring a fucking nasty ass dog shit bag and I'm going to throw it on your porch and I'm going to burn it on fire. And then I'm going to wait till you come outside so I can smack you in your face. Yeah. Because do you know how fucking annoyed that will make me if I manifest your SP back for you and then you go and fuck your shit up? I'm going to do what you don't like. I'm going to block your ass. Block. And leave you on red. I'm going to open your message up. I'm going to leave you on red and then block your ass. Yeah. That's exactly what's going to happen. Because what the fuck are we doing around here? No. If I do the hard work, you got to keep them, bitch. You got to keep them. Yeah, not the on red. You have to play your part. So that's literally all it takes, okay? Is that portion of it. I'll do the rest. You got to keep them. I'll bring them to you. I'll bring them to your front door, but you got to keep them. Okay? And that's how that whole shit works. Okay? Because a lot of you, I'm like, y'all need to understand. Oh, candy cakes. Look, I'm trying to retire tomorrow, so that shit is $1 million. Whoa. It's no different than a coaching session. It's no different than a coaching session. Okay. I don't even know why. I can't not stand the Austin Power movies, by the way. They annoy the fuck out of me. Because I don't like overly cheesy ass acting. Like overly cheesy acting where it's like they're trying not, they're actors, but trying to act, which makes it even more stupid. What did somebody put me on some fucking TikTok spammers list? I feel like I'm on some TikTok spammer ass list. Yeah, that's right, Jay. That's right. They're gonna have, yeah, now you guys are gonna have to manifest me to unblock your ass. That's the best. It is super bad today with the spammers. I'm on somebody, it's like, somebody played a joke on my ass. But I'm like, that's what I'm gonna manifest no spammers in this group. Go somewhere else, bitch. Go somewhere else. Go waste the time with someone else's group. May I ask you how you do that? How is it possible for you to manifest for us? Just curious. Yeah, no, that's a good question. So it's no different than being able to change somebody's story, okay? So like, I always tell you guys that you guys can change anyone's story, right? So it's like, you can literally change the lives of the people around you because... Well, that's fucking rude, bro. How are you gonna take a whole nap? What's rude? I put you to sleep. I'm just kidding. But when you can curate and you can change anybody in your reality, okay? You don't have to apologize, I'm just messing with you. So if I can tell a different story, right? And this is why, okay, I'll let that slide. But if I can, and this is where I got to think about it. It's like, okay, if I can change my brother's story by telling a different story, right? If I can change a couple other people in my life stories by telling a different story and change their reality, then why can't I do that for somebody else? So 2 weeks ago, I love you, girl. Oh, I know you are. I know you are. I just like saying bro because one, that's your name, and two, because that's what I call my brother. But I know you're a girl. But also, a couple weeks ago, I had made a statement. I don't even know if it was a couple weeks ago by now. I feel like every time I say a couple weeks ago, it's just like, I'm going to say that shit next week too. You know what I mean? Because who's counting? But when I made a statement on here that I was going to help somebody out manifest for them. Okay. And so I started doing it. And within less than 72 hours, he went from blocked to unblocked to her now liking his stuff. Hey, Gemmas. Okay. And so I was like, wow, that was quick when he couldn't do it himself. Okay. So I did that. Then I was like, then somebody else called me or scheduled a call and said, hey, can you manifest for me? And I said, sure. What are we manifesting? And it was some big shit, like really big shit. And I was like, okay, cool. I feel like I'm on a list. So anyway, I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I can do that. And so I did. And again, it seems to be like 72 hours. I don't fucking know, but it was some big shit. But in like 72 hours, I had only told one person what this person had asked me to manifest. And I laughed. I said, but you know, I love a good challenge. And so she calls me, I think it was like Friday or something. And she's like, holy shit. It's like, she goes, the second I saw it, I could not believe it. Like, and she knew the second part of the manifestation. So then she calls me 2 days later. She goes, are you serious right now? She goes, this is way out. And I was like, that's right. That's right. I'm good at it. So but the reason why, no, Doodles, no. Well, it's yes and no. It's a twofold, okay? It's a twofold. So it's like we hop on a call, like I did today. We hop on a call and then that's it, right? because I need a little, because I give you some guidelines on what to do when they come back, right? Like, but, well, that depends. My hair is natural. My color is artificial. But anyway, so the reason why it works for manifesting for other people is because you don't have any resistance to that, right? Like when you're living in your reality, when you're living in your life, there's a level of resistance that's built up, okay? Versus when, if I was to recreate like my brother's story, it doesn't really affect my life like that, okay? Like his story doesn't really necessarily affect my life. So yeah, it's the links in the bio. So it doesn't affect my life like that. So because of that, I don't have any resistance to that. Just like I don't have any resistance to your SPs. I don't even know them. You know what I'm saying? So what resistance is there? There's not a resistance there because they don't affect my life. So because of that, it manifests a lot quicker. So same with my brother, is I was able to turn his story around because his life doesn't impact mine, not necessarily. So because of that, I was like, okay, there we go. No, Jasmine. No, what the fuck? No, I don't do that. I'm giving you my proprietary information, bitch. So see what I'm saying? So that's how you can literally manifest for someone else today. Why? Because you don't have the resistance there to that. Okay. It doesn't really impact your life to that degree of resistance. So therefore you can change people's stories quickly. It's not difficult if you know what you're doing. Okay. It literally is crazy today. I don't know what the fuck is up with the spammers around here. But they need to go somewhere fucking else. I'm going to talk to my tech guy too. I'm going to talk to, I have a friend who's big on tech. I'm going to see if he knows how to prevent that shit. But then I feel like then if I have to filter out words, that I feel like I need, if that's the case, that I feel like I need to tell you all, don't say, how are you? Because the second you do that, then the shit's gonna... Okay, so this is where... yeah, Christina, that's because they don't know, that's because they've never done it. Okay, this is where I know what you're talking about. I've seen a couple coaches that say this, okay, which they contradict themselves, okay? They contradict themselves because they say, okay, they said you can change someone's story, right? You can change someone's story, but you can't manifest for someone else. The fuck are you talking about? That's the same shit. Like, because there's one person I greatly respect actually in the manifestation community that she says that, where she'll say like, you can change anyone's story in your reality. You can change anyone's story, but she'll say, I can't manifest for you. Well, that's the same thing. This is the same thing. If I can change anyone in my reality story, then why can't I manifest for someone else? You know what I'm saying? That those two are contradicting statements. So because of that, I'm like, that's not true actually in any sense that word. Plus, I done it. So there's that part. There's that part. So anyway, all right. So I want you guys to do something fun today. Okay, something to show you guys. You guys got to get out of your own way, right? I want you to manifest something that you have no resistance to. You're just gonna know. Like, just be like, yeah, I just know. Like, who cares? Okay, because if you can manifest something that you know, I don't know what you mean by. Oh, that's, I'm not messaging you back. I don't even know who the fuck that is. At all. Yeah, exactly. You can manifest anything at all. Okay. But it's some things that you just know manifest really quickly. I don't know, AJ. Well, there will be a spot on Friday for sure. But it could be like, I know, seriously. There could be, I think I know what's going on, if you know what I'm talking about, Mystical Willow. There's way too many today for it to logically make sense, okay? So, anyway, and I saw somebody pop in here. She popped in and popped out real fast. So, anyway, some people need to get a hobby around here, get, you know, a life, we'll just call it that. Get a life. Does anyone know what GOAT means? I don't know acronyms like that, but I hear it a lot. I hear it a lot, and I'm like, what the fuck is GOAT? If it's not like, I don't even know if anybody says that anymore. If it's not like WTF or BRB, I gotta Google that shit, because I was like, what the fuck is that? Because, you know, kids nowadays, they don't even, like, you have to decipher, like, they talk in code, right? So everything is an acronym, and I'm just like, what are you saying? Like, I can't even read your text, because everything's one big, long acronym. People don't even spell never mind anymore. It's just an acronym. I'm just like, hey, Linda. Oh, greatest of all time. Well, shit, I'll take that. I am the greatest of all time. Thank you so much for that. Life's too short. You gotta joke and have fucking a good time, right? You gotta have fun around here. So I want you guys to yes, so upset that I was like, is she just trying to be a smart ass? I was like, is she trying to be a smart ass? Because that's why I was like, wait, someone's got to know what GOAT means. You guys should have seen when I fried that shit. It was like, I could like bend it and it would like stand up. Oh, there's lots in here for other coaches. I don't know where I love you guys. I really do. I have the best mods ever, by the way. My admins are amazing. The ones I have now are all amazing. And people need to realize that all communities are small communities. Okay? It doesn't matter. Manifestation is a small community. So is fucking HR. You know what I'm saying? Human resources is a small community too. People don't realize that. So they like to burn bridges before one's even been built. But I will tell you, I got the hugest compliment. I've been getting a lot of compliments lately from you guys. And I'm not even gonna get emotional because I almost felt an emotion coming on. But it was, and this is why I do what I do, right? Is people are, I feel like you guys feel that, like you guys get that this is not a job to me. This is a passion of mine, okay? This is something I could have chosen to teach anything when it came to manifestation, but there's a reason, because I'm good at it all. But there's a reason why I chose weight loss to begin with, right? Because I want women to feel beautiful and comfortable in their own bodies every single day, right? And then there's a reason why I chose SPs, and that's because who doesn't deserve to be with the one that they love? So if I can bring two people together, save marriages, and bring couples back together, why would I not want to do that? Why would I not want to do that? And so if I have to dedicate 4 hours of my life on here every day to make sure that you guys stay on track, stay in line, then that's what I'm going to do. Even on the weekends, because I want all of you to start owning your power and to change things. Keep them in here for a minute. Keep them there. Janelle Trim, I don't need to repent. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Repent for my sins. What sins? Bringing people together. I'm not the one that should be repenting for my sins. Not me. Because I know who the fuck I am. I know what I do, and I know what I don't do. And what I don't do is lie to people on the internet to get views and to get people to take their money, to sell them a service that I can't fulfill on. To sell them pipeline and a dream because they're vulnerable, because they're willing to do anything it takes to get SPs back. That's not me. That's not my character. That's not my personality. What I do is teach you what works. I teach you what I know works because I've done it. I've done it. But there's a lot of people out here on the internet that are lying to you just to make a couple bucks, that have never manifested their SPs back at all, that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and just want to take your money and regurgitate shit they saw in another fucking video. Then they also want to come in other people's lives and try to drum up business that way. Now those people should repent for their sins. Not me. I don't need to do that. I would never be that person. I will never be anything I don't know how to be. And that's called genuine and authentic. That's what I am. I don't hold shit back from any of you. Never will, never have, don't need to. For fucking what? For what? I sleep very well at night. I don't have any problem sleeping. Why? Because what I do is things ethically. I do things the right way. I don't need to piggyback off somebody else's success to try and make a name for myself. Never in fucking life. That is so unethical and so lacking integrity. I don't fucking think so. So if you are out there taking people's money and lying to them and scamming them and doing all that shit, I hope you get exactly what's coming to you. Because I don't believe in karma, but I know you do. And so I hope you get exactly what's coming to you, because you know what? It's not right. It's not right. Build your shit the right way. And you know what? You'll flourish. You'll thrive. Okay. That's what we all did. That's what we all did. We built shit the right way ourselves. I didn't need to piggyback off somebody else's community. I didn't need to go into other people's shit. I didn't need to do that. For what? For what? I don't need to do that. So please don't ever come for me ever in life. Because I will come for you all day. Because it's my personality. It's my personality. So if you think that you're ever going to come for me and my reputation and my name, I don't fucking think so. That ain't going to happen. It isn't. Because I know who I am. And like I said, I sleep very well at night. I sleep very well. Because what I'm doing is good work. What I'm doing is giving a fuck about someone. In fact, a lot of people should try that sometime. A lot of people should try that sometime. Why don't you actually try caring about people? You don't have a soul. There's a concept. There's a concept. You know, and be the person that you need to be. Authentically you. Unapologetically you. Because I'm certainly unapologetically me. No offense to unapologetically me. I used your name, bitch. So, there's that little rant to all the scammers out there in the world that have nothing else to do but try and piggyback off somebody else's audience. It's fucking stupid, and it's rude, and gross, and slimy. And I want to apologize for it. And in fact, I'll say it right to their face. Because do you think I give a shit? No, I don't. So, there's that part. Now, let's talk to you bitches. Okay? To my people. I'm going to need you to get a grip. Okay, you need to get a grip, okay? You need to really realize that you are too overcomplicating shit. Okay, you're overcomplicating it. Manifestation is something that happens naturally. It is something that you did naturally, right? You didn't overcomplicate the shit. You were just being. So you need to exactly, Cece, you need to just be. Drop the dumb shit. Drop the stupid shit. And just be. And give yourself some grace and say, you know what? It's cool. It's super cool. If I want to just be, okay, I'm super okay with that. I'm not going to overcomplicate anything. I'm going to keep it nice, lean, and simple. I'm going to persist in my perfect boyfriend. You know, and I'm going to tell you for the 5 millionth fucking time, I don't understand how that is so fucking difficult. How it is so difficult for you to persist in the person that you love, for you to persist in your perfect boyfriend, your perfect girlfriend, but instead it's so easy for you to describe them how you don't want them to be for you. Why do you keep doing that? Why? Why do you keep insisting on fighting for your limitations, on sitting here and freaking justifying behavior that is unacceptable in your reality, behavior that you don't like? Why do you insist on doing that to yourself? For what? What good does it do for you to be a victim in your own fucking reality? For you to sit there and blame everybody and everything for your life, for your choices, for things in your reality. For fucking what? It's nobody's fault but your own. You're the only one that's creating all of this bullshit. You're the one that's allowing everybody in your reality to have free will and decide if they want to talk to you, when the fuck they want to talk to you, when they want to be with you, when they want to reach out to you, when they want to. No. Stop doing that. I told you, you need to go around with your hand out like this. Give me back your free will pass. Free will's been rescinded, bitch. Yes, free will, take that back. I'll take that back. I'll take that back. And you'll conform exactly how I expect for you to do. I deserve to be treated a certain way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to assume that you're going to be that version for me and only me. I don't give a fuck how you are to everybody else, but to me, no. You'll treat me how I deserve to be treated. I know what I want and I know what I'm worth and I know what I deserve. And I will settle for nothing fucking less. And you all need to stop settling for less. Stop it. Stop settling in this life when you can have the life that you want with the one that you want to live it with. Stop doing that to yourself. Stop victimizing yourself over and over and over again. You just shit on yourself all fucking day long. You listen to all these people out here that try to tell you about your own shit and everything you're doing is wrong, and you just shit all over yourself all day long and sit there and cry all day on your fucking couch missing somebody. Well, guess what? You wouldn't be missing them if you get a grip and go fucking get them back, would you? No, I wouldn't. I don't have to miss my boyfriend. Why? Because I am with him. Isn't that what you want? Do you want to continue to miss somebody for the rest of your fucking life? Or do you want to grow up and go get him back? Go get them back right now. You gonna let somebody come in your reality and take your fucking man or your woman from you? I don't think so. Not in my reality. I'm gonna go get his ass back. Period. And he's going to conform exactly how I want to. Period. That's what my shit is. And that's all it is. So you need to understand and own that shit too. You guys need to stop doing this. Stop doing it to yourself where you justify and you do stupid ass shit over and over and over again. Stop that. It's not helping you. It's not helping you to be a victim in your reality and to sit there and self-loathe and feel sorry for yourself when you created it. The minute you can own that shit and actually step into it and say, I'm all done. I am done being walked on and stomped on and disrespected and discarded like a piece of fucking trash. No, I don't think so. I'm not gutter trash, not in any sense of that fucking word. I'm caviar. And so you know what? I'm going to own that shit, period. I am going to own that shit. And I'm going to get what's mine, and I'm going to get it when I want it, because I always get what I want. And I get it exactly how I want it. And I'm going to expect that from my SP. I'm going to expect that from everybody in my goddamn reality, because no one is going to treat me like anything less than in any sense of that word. You are not an option. Stop acting like one. That's what you're acting like when you're giving your SP free will and letting them decide when they want to fucking be with you and when they want to talk to you, like you're a second fucking option. I don't think so. You're the prize. You are the prize every single day of your life. You are the prize. You're the chosen one. You're the priority. You're the queen. Act like it. Put on your fucking crowns and don't ever take that shit off again, because you don't deserve to be anything less than that in your reality. Do you understand me? Okay, good. I know you understand me, so get out of your own fucking head. Get out of your own head. Okay, period. You need to stop doing that because you created every fucking thing. Somebody cheated on you, hate to break it to you. You created it. You created it. And you're going to create it. Hey, Michael, you're going to create it over and over and over and over and over again until you grow up, until you evolve as a human being, for Christ's sakes. This is the problem in the world. This is the problem in the world, is that nobody is evolving. They're all seriously sitting around just being victims of every fucking thing. Stop it. Somebody come on here with some fucking nonsense. Like, please, have we met? Call me a granny again, bitch. Never in life. Never in life. I don't think so. Granny my ass. The only thing granny about me is the Granny Smith apple I eat at night sometimes. Now that's self-concept, guys. Who gives a fuck? You think I care what anybody ignorant has to say? Not really. Not really. They'd have to have some level of importance in my life for me to even consider what they had to say. And I still ain't listening. And I still ain't listening. Hazel, you're in the wrong room, baby. I don't know who Dave is. Who the fuck is Dave? So, it is. When you accept your reality, you can change your shit. Okay? The photo method. What did you... bitch, this is not your first day, girly pop. The photo method will work instantly. On the spot. On the spot. The second you expect that behavior from them. Okay? If you're persisting in perfect boyfriend or perfect girlfriend, then the photo method works on the spot. Somebody joined my live, and the very first day she had ever joined my live, did the photo method and got contact on the spot. Okay? That's how I know if you're not doing what I told you to do. Perfect boyfriends contact you. Perfect girlfriends contact you. On the spot. Okay. So, Aaron, to answer your question, oh yeah, so girly pop, I don't create assumptions in you that don't benefit you. So I will never tell you to, that it's going to take 30 days. No, it should only take 1 day. You should only have to do it once. Okay. But I tell you to persist like everything else, because if you are seeing that version of your SP that you love, and you're seeing them as your perfect version, they would contact you. They don't have a choice. They would do it on the spot. So, girly pop, you're going to get a grip, and you're going to see them as that person. Okay? Because I love you. So, expect that behavior from them. It's not hard to expect behavior from somebody when you're in a different frame of mind. Okay? When you're looking at that version only, then it's not hard to expect them to text you, because that's your perfect boyfriend. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they come spend time with you? Why wouldn't they see you? Why wouldn't they want to be with you? Right? And so that's the number one thing y'all need to focus on the most is perfect version only. Okay? Now, Erin, Sunflower, my dear, what to do if the SP slept with someone you hate? Well, you mean like it's an isolated, he cheated on you one time incident? Because if that's the case, you can always say, like, literally you can say something like, he's always been faithful to me. He's literally always been faithful to me. My boyfriend has always been loyal and faithful to me. Like, always implies that he never slept with someone. Okay, so you can affirm that. This is why visualization for me in revision didn't make sense to me, if that makes sense, because I was like, how the fuck do you revise that situation there? You imagine yourself in the bed instead of her? You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that work? So for me, I don't ever teach anything I haven't successfully done over and over again myself. Okay, so the only way, so for that, I just found revising through affirming worked better for me, because I'm not a big visualizer anyway. And so because of that, that works better for me, is I would say that he's always been faithful to you. Like, he's always been faithful to you. Therefore, it never happened. But don't talk about it, for sure. Don't talk about it. Okay? And I'm sure there's a whole lot more that led up to that situation. That led to that situation for sure. So, just off a call after photo method. Were you, Eleanor, just off a call after the photo method? Like you, see? Do you see what I'm saying? Look at that. Photo method, just got off a call. Who the fuck blocked James? It worked today. There we go. Look at that. You answered your own goddamn question. Did someone? Oh yeah. Okay. I was about to have to go ape shit. I like my James. That's what you guys have to... He is back in here, right, though? Is James back in here? I want to make sure he's back. And there's no problem there. Say something, James, god damn it. Let me see, I can't even go through here because there's been there's been a billion people blocked today. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's back. But, I mean, the block list is probably like hundreds of people now. Fucking people need to get a life. So, anyway, so that's what I want for all of you, okay? Is I want you guys literally to immerse in it. And here's what I want you guys to do today. I want you guys to, let's stay here. Sometimes you guys need a little push. Okay. So for 5 minutes, I want you to affirm for something. If you can't do 5, don't trip. I just say 5 because some of you lack the discipline, goddammit. Okay? So I want you to, well, at least you guys are in contact with James. I want you guys to think about something you would have zero resistance to. So let me think. I was supposed to do this ahead of time, but I got stuck on a call, then I had to jet. So let's see here. Okay, I think I got it. I want you guys to affirm for something and you guys can make up, the shit, okay? I'm just gonna give you an idea. So it'll be something like, you're gonna affirm for a couple minutes. James, we panicked around here, my friend. We panicked. I was like, who the fuck blocked James? That's my dude. But so I want you to affirm for a couple minutes of something like, it would be something so silly as like, I hit all green lights. I always hit all green lights. I literally hit all green lights. Okay? Or I don't sit in traffic. Like there's never any traffic, right? Something so simple like that. Okay, we're not gonna affirm that you see a goddamn butterfly. That's fucking stupid. Okay? But it could be either that, it could be something that you affirm that if you have a child, that your child does. Okay? Like, we have one that she says he's cleaning his room, right? They clean his room, right? You can have that. Okay? You can affirm for somebody that you see often that they wear a certain colored shirt. Okay? Get where I'm going with this. What, Doodles? You have a butterfly phobia? You said so, I hope not. A butterfly phobia? You know what? If I was going to have a phobia about anything, it would be like ants. Ants are annoying. I would hate to come back as an ant. Wouldn't you hate to come back as an ant? I would hate to come back as an ant. James, you missed my rant. I didn't know you were muted and blocked. I already did my rant for the day. Or it'd be like cockroaches. Cockroaches are fucking nasty. And you know what gives me the ick? June bugs. They're like massively large and then they just come near you and I'm like, ugh, go away, go away. Or bees. I understand a phobia about bees, but a little butterfly? Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? I have a butterfly tattoo on my ankle that I'll never cover up because there's a story behind it because it was my first tattoo. And my friend, I told my mom at 16 I was going to get a tattoo and I told her, I was like, it's just going to be like this. It's going to be a butterfly. And she's like, okay. I'll post it to my stories today so you guys can see it. And she's like, okay, I support that. Well, me and my friends, because we're so smart at 16, we went back when bumper stickers were a deal. And we went to a kiosk at the mall and we bought a bumper sticker of a butterfly. It was supposed to be used as inspiration, but we were drinking. And so my friend had a homemade tattoo gun. We took that bumper sticker, we smacked that bitch right on my ankle, and he drew around it. He drew around it, and it was like, it's like a decent size. So I had to go get it covered up, which I had to go get it touched up, because it literally looked like 2 pen drawings, like 2 pen outlines. It was fucking ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. And so I had to go get it okay, well, I am that. I am all that. So, okay. Anyway, so I went and got it. I had to go get it touched up, but I will never take it down because it had a story behind it. But it's, ironically enough, the #1 tattoo that I get the most compliments on. Yet it is the most basic fucking tattoo ever. It is literally the most basic tattoo of my life. I think that's funny. At least for me, it was funny. But anyway, I always talk ish, but I don't talk ish like to be talking ish. I talk ish with a purpose. So there's that part. So unapologetically me again. Okay, I gotta steal her name. But anyway, so I just thought that was fucking hilarious because fun fact about me. I have a lot of tattoos. But that one I think is funny. There you go. Doodles, you're going to come up with all the clever names. Inspirational-ish. That's what I talk. Inspiration-ish. Inspiration-ish. Oh, man. Today's life has been a fuel. Oh, it's tattooed on your body? Okay, fine. Fine. Damn, that's a good tattoo. That's a good tattoo. That's right, Doodles. It's a superpower of yours. Man, you know what? I'm telling you, today has been a really wild time on the live. Like, people need to get a grip in a life, because the whole spamming thing was on, like, top notch around here. Top notch around here. And yeah. But hey, what people need to realize is I never talk shit. Well, I do. I talk shit. But I talk shit stated by facts. Okay? Stated by facts. So, there's that. Yeah, that's when they say the werewolves come out. If you're playing wrestling around game with boyfriend for fun, and what would you do to win? Well, I don't even know how to answer that. What would I do to win? Show my ass? No. In all honesty, I play to win. Anyway. So kick him in his knee. I'm just kidding. Take him down. Gosh, Shanae, do you live like in the world's smallest countryside in Australia? I would say something, but I know you. I'm not even going to say it, because if I say it, you're going to assume that that's going to become your assumption, and that shit ain't going to benefit you. But I was like, it sounds like you got a stalker, bitch. But don't take that as an assumption, Shanae. Do not take that as an assumption. Do you understand? Do you understand? I would definitely rather kick the shin, to be quite honest. Why on earth would I want to grab when I want to still work? That's a little silly. Just saying. Just saying. So, I do have to get ready for the call. But... Oh, okay, because I was gonna be like, damn. No, God, no. Not doing that. It was fun. I love you guys so much. I am gonna leave my daily rant in the WhatsApp group for you guys. And I started, if you guys see, I started a new group within the WhatsApp. Like what we were talking about yesterday is I'm gonna make rants for all the shit, for all the stupid shit that you guys come up with. So you'll like literally just be like, oh, I'm spiraling today. Click that rant. Oh, I said this shit today. Click that rant. Christina, if you want to know how I manifested, I love you too, bestie Jane. Christina, if you want to know how I manifested my SP back, it's on my YouTube channel. It's like a 35-minute video. I think it's called How I Manifested My SP Back. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I love you, doodles. So therefore, yeah, and you know, I realized I can do like a rant a day to build that library up, because it's only nope, actually I'm gonna do them on Zoom because I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I could put them on there, and then I could put them on YouTube. I will absolutely check today because I do love you, shouldn't I? As long as it's fucking amazing, bitch. And not you doing some ridiculous nonsense. Tracy, why did you get a text from, I got a hi text from SP after a year. What was your response to the hi text? Okay, whatever your response was to the hi text, hopefully it was hi, okay? And why don't you tell yourself that he made a mistake, first of all, okay? Because he could have accidentally blocked you, kind of like how James was accidentally blocked on the live, okay? So you can do that, but what you're gonna do is keep affirming for what you've been affirming for, and not react, okay? Don't react. Now, and you're gonna do my photo method, okay? So go to my bio and click the link to the photo method. It's at the top. It's pinned to the top. It's like 38,000 views. Watch that shit. You're going to do that because it works every time someone gets some kind of contact on my live, every time we do it, okay? Which is why we do it every day, okay? And then, and you're going to keep doing what you're doing. Persistent, perfect boyfriend. Perfect boyfriend. Do control your thoughts. Now, shall this man text you again? Which he will. When you expect him to text you again, shall this man text you again? Please, for the love of God, don't grovel. We don't grovel around here. We don't grovel, okay? We're not groveling, okay? So don't do that. Don't sit there because he said hi. Your response should have been like, hey, how are you? It should not have been like, hey, how are you? Oh my God, I'm so excited to hear from you. It's been such a long time. Like, oh my gosh, can we meet for coffee? I'd love to talk. That's what it shouldn't have said. And James, let me find that you unfollow me again, bitch. It literally was like, James just followed you. I'm like, really? Really? Okay, Tracy, so turn that around. Oh, AJ, I don't know if you got my messages, but I said earlier here that if you send me a message on TikTok, for some reason, when I go to open up my messages, they all disappear. So it's like, you could send me 8 messages. The second I open it up, it's blank. There's nothing. It's just like I can literally watch them all completely disappear. It's fucking weird. So I'm gonna try and see why that is. I'm gonna ask Google. But sorry. Okay, so Tracy, take that as a sign, okay? Take that as a sign that you texted, that he texted you because he was thinking about you. He'll do anything to get your attention, which is what he did. But maybe he wasn't, you have to put yourself in his perspective, right? Maybe he wasn't prepared or didn't know how you would respond. So wanted to protect himself. Don't worry, you're not alone. There's somebody else in this community right now. She's probably right here right now that did the same thing, but wasn't sure how they would respond, okay? So because of that, that's most likely why he blocked you back, right? We need to change things, okay? Okay? That's what we're gonna do. All right, my friend? Okay. So, I love all you guys. I gotta get ready for a call. But if you are interested in one-on-one coaching with me, or you want me to manifest your SP for you, all links are in the bio. Also, join our WhatsApp community where you can get inspired by people's success stories, and so you can get yours. And then also, good, Yesenia. So why don't you start assuming relationship? A lot of you guys want a relationship proposal. I'm actually very good at it, Divine Floor. Okay, so all links are in the bio. If you ever miss a live here, I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, don't even trip, Buttercup. I got your back. They're always posted on my YouTube channel, so head on over there, subscribe while you're there. And also, I really should have been making videos, but I will find a way to make them, probably in the morning. Okay? So anyway, I gotta check, guys. I love you all. You guys are amazing. I love you. And you already know, all links are in my bio. Join our WhatsApp community. Get one-on-one coaching with me. Let me manifest for you, whatever you got. All right? And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, loves.